Hey everybody, welcome to Dungeons & Dragons Monday Night Mayhem!
Woo!
Yeah!
We're excited!
Alright, we are excited. Yes, this is your weekly D&D show. Thank you so much for swinging by. My name is Jeff from Super Geeked Up. Really appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching live or in post, thank you very much. I'm all set today because I have my Leonardo juice box because I think I'm apparently 10 years old. I don't know. But it's good. It's good stuff. And maybe it'll help me in the game. I'll use some of his katana swords.
Leo can't save you.
Well, yeah, that's when we have the turtles all of a sudden get transported. All right, never mind.
I was afraid you were going to hold up like a little Leonardo DiCaprio doll at first.
Okay, first off,
Leo's going to save us!
What's wrong with having Turtles action figures? I don't see there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Hell, like, dude, Star Wars figures, all that shit's that's cool. I wish I kept my stuff when I was a kid.
I still have my Star Wars figures.
Oh, you're a smart man. You're a very smart man.
I've got a Millennium Falcon.
Oh, I had it in my garage sale. Source.
Oh!
I also have Slave 1.
Oh, shit. I never had Slave 1, I don't think. Yeah. That's awesome. Anyway. All right. Sorry, what are we doing? We're playing Dungeons & Dragons. Let's get back on track. All right. So we'll do a quick intro here, what characters we're playing, and hand it over to our DM. And then we'll get going. So real quick though, folks, if you're joining us for the first time, you're seeing a site called Roll20 on your screen, and you're seeing our character tokens there with our names. And on the right side of the screen, you're gonna, hey, maybe one of you guys can do some rolls right now as I explain it, Trip or Nate.
Sure.
So on the right side of the screen, when we do rolls for different checks, like attacks or skill checks, like using athletics or acrobatics, stuff like that, you're going to see it on the right side of the screen. Like that's basically if we were rolling the physical dice. It's doing the rolls for us. Then you're going to see all that. Okay. Woo-hoo. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm playing a character named Kalyna. She is a half-elf rogue. Sneaky, sexy, and I need something else with an S. I gotta come up with that. I don't know. I need a third S. Spitfire? That's not bad. She's a bit of a Spitfire. Slut? No. Well, okay, maybe.
Sophisticated.
There you go.
There you go. She acts like in disguise as sophisticated sometimes. That's true. I'll go with that. Thank you.
There you go.
All right, so sense of humor, that's what I could have gone with. There you go.
Sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
Sometimes. So, let's go over to Trip, who's playing Finn.
Sure, hi. I'm playing a druid, wood elf. We're at 4th level right now, so I can do a lot of fun beast shapes. I'm doing Circle of the Moon, and so doing the whole dire wolf, maybe a giant octopus one day soon. Hey, there's an idea for you! A sailing adventure! Anyway.
Oh, can we be pirates?
Yeah, why not?
At least Tulthus can't drown.
Yeah, that's true. We sink to the bottom of the ocean, you can bring something back.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. So Finn has a bit of an inappropriate sense of humor at times, but mostly has a very good heart. And he is one day going to go back and try to save the sacred grove that has been taken over by a great evil. So anyway, let's go on to you, Tulthus.
Okay, well, if you're curious about earlier as to why Tulthus doesn't need to breathe, it is because he is a warforged. He also does not need to sleep, nor does he need to eat. He is able to get many jobs done as long as you point him in the right direction and discern whether or not the best route is either left or right. Generally, he will go right, however, because right is always right. Other than that, he has so far enjoyed his time in company with the group he has been contracted for and may or may not stay with them.
Wow. All right.
What? Oh, boy. All right.
You might just be like, done.
Peace, I'm out.
Stomp.
You got a sword.
That's true.
And unfortunately, Brett couldn't be with us tonight. But he plays Akamon, who is a tiefling warlock.
Yeah, he's a tank.
He likes, yes, he thinks he's a tank, but he's really not. But then he gets himself in trouble.
He's a warlock with delusions of tankdom.
There you go.
Nice.
Yes.
Or he's a tank that tanks. How's that?
He's a what?
A tank that tanks when he tanks.
That was terrible. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway.
All right. If you are watching,
stand in the corner.
Oh.
If you are watching, folks, you can comment in two different ways. As we're live here, if you're actually watching on the Hangout page, you can just put your comments right below the video, and we'll see them there. Or you can tweet us at Super Geeked Up, and we'll check on that too. And then we'll share some of them during the show, and maybe you can come up with some cool ideas for what's going to happen.
I'm open to suggestions, good and bad. More bad than good, but I have a feeling you guys will balance it out, or you might help them a little bit. But we can take the bad ones too. I'm not against that.
Should be all good. All good for the players, bad for the DM. All right. Anyway, speaking of our DM, yes, this is Somnus, and he will catch us up if you missed our last episode.
All right. So last episode, we were continuing the exploration of the ruins and dungeon that held the final page of the demonic tome the group has been searching for some time. Now that they have the final page in their possession, they wanted to go back into the sections of the ruin that had been warded with runes on the floor. They knew that something terrible was lurking on the other side of the rune, having narrowly escaped its clutches in a previous encounter. But they didn't want to leave behind helpless victims chained to the wall that this creature was tormenting. So they came up with a plan and decided to try to draw the creature to one part of the ruin while another team would sneak in to perform the rescue. But when they started making noise to try to draw the creature out, they were greeted by soldiers from the other side of the ruin, which didn't make a lot of sense at the time. Even worse, said soldiers seemed to recognize them and were bearing emblems of both the Emerald Claw and the Blood of Vol. Never a particularly good combination. The Blood of Vol being a religion in Eberron that seeks to gain immortality by any means necessary, even if that means crossing over into undeath. And the Emerald Claw, since the end of the war, has been labeled a terrorist group by the nation that they used to fight for. They defeated the agents of the Emerald Claw and proceeded into the guarded areas of the ruin to find that the victims were still there, but no sign of their horrible opponent. A little further searching found that one of the runes that had kept it imprisoned had been marred and thus disabled. So somewhere out there is a very angry creature with this particular group of people on its mind. Escaping the ruin, they found another airship waiting outside, and not the one they came in on. They were swiftly rescued from this predicament by the Wrath of Fate, their airship, who swung in and dropped flaming barrels of rum onto the deck of the other ship, and then swooped in to pick them up.
It was a lovely light show.
It was. It was badass.
Let it not be said that Blaze does not know how to make an entrance. And so the Wrath of Fate sailed back toward Breland, and that's where we're picking up.
All right.
So the night air is flowing by as the Wrath of Fate sails back towards the safety of Breland. Blaze is at the helm, but she's calling out to you. So where do you want me to drop you?
Well,
I would think probably back at the mansion. Isn't that what everybody else thinks?
Well, personally, I want to go do the get this page done, but I think we're not doing that this session, correct?
Yeah, I think we should wait for the
Yeah.
who has the last page on his person to be here.
Then back to the mansion.
Back to the mansion.
Perfect.
We could use a good rest after that hard dungeon fighting.
To the Bat Cave.
Yeah.
All right. So Blaze is fine. You know, it'll take us a little while to get there, but at least we shouldn't have too many problems at this altitude. So what happened in there?
Pain, death, suffering, reward.
Eloquence.
Yes.
Eloquence, yes. So we did ultimately
Very sustained.
get what we were after, but there was this horrible creature that was being held in there by,
Those ruins.
yes,
Magic
by
runes.
runes that had been set there by ancient druids. Are you familiar with the gatekeepers?
She shakes her head.
Okay. Well, this very evil creature had been locked in there for a long time, and we narrowly escaped it. But unfortunately, the other evil people that were after us came along and ended up releasing that terrible creature. You didn't happen to see something with tentacles escaping from the ruins, did you?
Yeah, we did.
Where did it go?
For not for long. We had to make a break for it because that other airship was coming in, and you know, I didn't feel like fighting a fight if I didn't have to. I mean, we swerved off, and I didn't see it. But the lookout that I had stationed for when you guys came out said they saw something come out of the ruin after the soldiers went in.
Hmm.
Did they see which way it went?
Couldn't get a good look. I mean, they saw it exit, and from what she said, it sounded like it went towards Lyrenton.
Hmm.
Oh, towards Lyreton. So
The
city
wailing
that's-
ruin of a city that was near the entrance to the vault.
Yeah, that's where we
Right.
originally dropped off at, wasn't it?
Well, you never went into Lyrenton. You just kind of landed outside of it.
Okay.
Mhm. And Lyreton isn't actually in the Mournlands. It's just
No,
on
it's
the
right on the edge.
edge.
Do you know anything about the soldiers that attacked us? Or, well, I shouldn't say soldiers. They were pretty paltry in the military department.
Except for the cleric.
Except for the cleric.
That is true.
We
The
kicked their
cleric
asses.
basically put some dark flames up his ass.
She said, from what my lookout said, sounded like Emerald Claw.
Claw.
Sorry, out of character. Is that the one that we already knew about? Was
Yeah, the ones that have been labeled terrorists since the end of the war. They at one point they served kind of as spies and saboteurs for Karnath during the war. But after the war ended, the king of Karnath, Caius III, declared that they had been operating outside the mandates they'd been given and were declared a terrorist organization and war criminals.
So I wonder if they did actually have their own agenda.
Ooh, and guess we also found this awesome sword in there. Hey, Tulthus, show her your sword, and I mean the purple one.
Tulthus doesn't have a sword. Oh, the purple one. Oh, it still sounds wrong.
pretty. You know. I mean,
So
I know my treasure. I know that's Baishik. But that's not a typical style.
What's atypical about it?
Just the design. It looks Dargle make. So Hobgoblin make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should thank them at some point.
You don't happen to have any more of this type of weapon here on board the ship, do you?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
That stuff is not easy to come by.
All right, I didn't think so.
Yeah, Baishik's a rare metal that you got to go deep into Kyber to find that stuff.
Well, Kalyna, I know that you really wanted to try to take out this horrible creature. What if we could find more of this Kyber weaponry and then go up against it? But
yeah,
that sounds...
the fucker's going down.
Yeah, I don't know, it sounds kind of unlikely that we would just happen to find more weapons made out of this.
Blaze, where can we get this stuff?
Rare metal.
You're a
If
responsible
you're willing
woman.
to pay enough for it, you can probably find it in Sharn.
Well, you know, we have a lot of silver pieces.
Well,
and a heck of a lot of copper.
You said this was goblin made, yes?
Yeah, it looks like a Hobgoblin design. The Dargools use weapons like that.
Do you think they would sell any of this in Dargoon?
Maybe you might be able to find it in Rukandral, but again, you go in there, you're taking your life in your hands. You know,
Isn't there a goblin district in Sharn though?
Sorta. she says, you know, if you're gonna go to Malian's Gate, you're gonna need more people. Malian's Gate is where a lot of the goblins, hobgoblins live, but they aren't the only things that live in that district. Generally, that's a place most folks avoid at all costs. I've heard whispers that there are, manticores, Medusa.
Oh.
There are things around Malian's Gate that would not take kindly to most people.
I'm gonna make a quick roll here to see if my character can say this out loud. So.
That's serious.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, you'd be well advised to not bring any humans to this district whatsoever.
Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, the manticores especially have an acquired taste for human flesh.
Okay, well, wait, what about if you're half human?
Then I think they would just eat half of you.
Right.
Well, they'll definitely be drawn to you, that's for sure.
Let's not go
But
there.
they
then.
don't eat elves, right? You know, it seems like if we could find a lead on sunken treasure, that we could just drop Tulthus to the bottom of the sunken ship.
Oh, God. Well, the question is, would I be able to get back out?
Yeah, we need
Just
like a
might
heavy
take a
duty
while.
winch.
Well, you know, I could just jump in the water and turn into a giant octopus
God.
and fish you out.
You just want an excuse for
Hey,
that.
I'm just trying to figure
That's
out
exactly
a logical way to, you know.
He'll do anything
And the
to get the
next
octopus.
thing we see is he's trying to tug Tulthus up. Water goes black, and you hear him, "I strained something."
I think I
man.
strained my ink sac. Too much.
All right, Blaze. Where in Sharn could we hire some capable men and women, maybe who could help us track down Rukin and defeat him?
No, jeez.
Wow, just gonna go right for it, huh?
Hey, Trip brought it up, so now that he did that,
Now, to be fair, you don't have a name for the thing that's running around. It never
okay.
told you its name.
All right, you're right. For a disgusting creature that I want to kill very
You do
badly.
know it's called a Dolgaunt.
A Dolgaunt. Yes.
Uh,
That's a good question. I mean, it's probably unlikely, but does Blaze happen to have knowledge of Dolgaunts or any? Does she have a library on board where we can look up any information?
Oh, sure. Blaze is a heavy reader. Yeah,
Right.
Where's the library on this ship?
right.
Where's your ballroom as well?
Right. No.
Do some dancing.
You say Dolgaunt, she's like, what's that?
Donuts.
Hey, in the chat, Paul Renshaw's here says, "Hey, back for more fun times." And Finn has a point. Haha. I'm not sure what that was about. I don't think Finn ever has a point, but.
Oh, ouch! Shut up, Kalyna. Shut
Just
up.
on top of his head.
I'm gonna turn off the light real quick.
All right.
I think he was talking about the whole buried treasure escapade.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Well, we could always go back to Sharn and find out more information about Dolgaunts and see if they have any weaknesses.
Oh, that's true. I would love to go. I love libraries. Let's go to the library.
Yeah.
Bookstore.
No.
Bookstore. Something.
Sharn is the home of Morgrave University, up in the highest towers of Sharn.
Now, I had thought about this too, but I doubt Somnus will let us go back. But the idea of going back into the ruins to pry up the other runes to stick outside our mansion seems like a potential good idea to keep the Dolgaunt out of our space.
I think once you pry them, though, they may lose their magic, right?
Probably, but it might be worth a shot.
I'm just going to explain to you that unfortunately Blaze is not willing to do that, since there's an unknown number of angry Emerald Claw agents back there.
Yeah.
And a potentially still functional airship.
All right, Blaze, take us to Morgrave University.
Please.
Mansion or Morgrave?
Morgrave.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Don't listen to these two. Just go to Morgrave.
Sure, Morgrave. Wait, is Morgrave the library in Sharn?
Yes,
Morgrave is Morgrave University.
Yes.
Which
has a library, I'm assuming.
Which
yes, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure we weren't going to the gates of the Manticore. They sound a little similar.
Malian's Gate is the part of Lower Sharn that's pretty much run by the monsters.
That's okay. Next time.
By the way, Paul was saying you're Finn about the octopus that he liked that idea.
Nice.
And then he also says, find a druid who knows of ancient times and he may have knowledge of the Dolgaunt.
There you go. Great idea.
Well, maybe we'll find a druid in the university as well.
Maybe.
Who knows about this stuff?
Melvin! No.
No, Melvin doesn't know shit. Forget that guy.
Hey, don't knock Melvin.
He's an idiot.
Wow.
Poor Melvin.
Poor
I haven't even met the guy.
No
I feel sorry for him.
Okay. All right. So takes a little while. I think it takes about 2 days to get back to Sharn from where you were in Dargoon.
Great. So we'll all rest up and
2 days of sex for Kalyna then.
And I'll make sure we all have a supply of good berries ready once we're dropped off.
Listeners, mate, just joined us in the chat. Thanks. Hey, Anthony. Thanks for watching us.
Oh.
I hope Kalyna gets pregnant from all this action.
Okay. Dude, it's a woman with another woman. How are we going to get pregnant?
Very carefully.
Does Kalyna need to explain to Finn how that works?
I don't know. No, you
Well, right,
don't.
because you're just used to animals. That's right. I understand how you would be confused.
All right, so you arrive in the Upper Memphis Plateau. Switch you over here so you can.
Which area are we in?
All right. You're in the Upper Wards.
All right, I'll zoom in there. People who are watching. Oh, okay, I made that all blue somehow. I don't know how I did that, but all right. There we go. Okay, cool.
We could explore the mud caves with me as a giant octopus.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kalyna already had her mud caves explored.
You're right here in the University District.
Terrible.
Ooh. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know there was actually words in these maps. When I zoom in, you can actually see them.
Yeah, they're labeled and everything.
Nice.
All right. Well, why don't we go in and try to do some research on the Dolgons?
Yes, let's walk into the university.
All right.
Well, what does it look like on the outside?
Really nice. I mean, the whole district is nice. I mean, this is maybe not wealthy, but definitely upper class. You know, the people are dressed well. You know, it's definitely an affluent section of the city. The towers are shining, and you can see, you know, from here at the top of the towers, the sky, and you can see off into the distance to some of the other sections of the towers across the ravines between.
Before we go in,
Somnus, are you saying we should have bathed before we stepped off the ship?
Before we go in, I have a question for you, but let me share this comment from listeners, mate. Speaking of Melvin, I met someone named Melvin at the International Fiddlers Convention last week. He was a bit weird, but he played a mean banjo.
There you go.
It was probably Melvin the Druid.
So that's what Melvin's been doing while you guys have been off getting into trouble.
He's been at the International Fiddlers Convention. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Smoking up, playing a mean banjo.
Fiddling around.
Okay,
so
Somnus, I want to ask you this because in case Kalyna wants to possibly go into disguise first, what do we know about this university? Like, are they pretty open to people coming in and helping them, or do you have to be more of a fluent nature to actually get some service in here?
Morgrave holds an interesting reputation. Morgrave is not the most prestigious college in Corvair, and it seems like they've accepted that they probably never will be.
Okay.
They've become much more result-oriented. They occasionally acquire exotic tomes, and some of the librarians have gotten maybe good at scrubbing bloodstains out of covers.
Sounds like adventure to me.
Absolutely.
They are known for expeditions to Zendrick. I mean, they have a lot of
that's where I'm from.
expeditions going to Zendrick to recover lost artifacts. So, this college values results, and sometimes doesn't really ask how the results got there.
Maybe we could go on an expedition and get a degree at the same time. Just joking.
So anyway, so we're
master's thesis, this bloody tome.
Jeez. So we're pretty much fine then just going in the way we're dressed.
You're a little scruffy, but it's, I mean, if you took the time to clean up before going into the university, nobody would probably look at you twice.
Yep.
I mean, you could see there are some people here who are armed and armored, that
Gotcha.
are clearly setting up probably for some sort of expedition.
Okay.
All right. Was there anywhere we...
Sounds like a nice Indiana Jones type university. So I really kind of liked, what was it, Paul's suggestion to find an elder druid that might be able to give us some information about the gatekeepers and the Dolgons?
Yeah.
Maybe even this ruin.
Well,
Yes.
okay. I mean, if you were thinking of that, at least you, Finn, would know Sharn probably isn't going to be the best place
Right, I agree.
to find.
I was thinking about that too. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of druids are like, fuck the city.
Not
Oh, so
always. I mean,
Paul's
there
not
are
always.
some.
Right.
Paul's also saying in the chat you could probably get funded for an expedition.
Ooh, very true.
Hmm.
Very true.
All right, so anyway...
You know, there might be somebody here that would really love a Dolgont head or tentacle for their collection, too.
All right, was there anywhere
Very
we can...
possibly.
Is there anywhere that we can do a quick cleanup to ourselves?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go, like, I mean,
I'm sure
this
Blaze
district caters to students. So
Right.
there are going to be, taverns. There's also going to be places to stay. Family come to visit students here, too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you could just go, visit one of the local establishments, get a bath, get a shower, get cleaned up, pay probably, a couple silver to
Right.
go ahead and get cleaned up before going to the university proper.
So we go to a brothel and we get cleaned up proper.
Actually, Clean is fine with that, to be honest.
You-
Totally fine.
In which case, you got to go down to the lower wards first.
Ah.
But let's stay focused. Let's just go.
All right,
well,
so you walk into the main campus. I mean, there's multiple buildings and towers around, and lots of people moving around in various robes and such.
is there a
Right.
map anywhere, like on the campus, about what building's what?
Not that you see.
All right, is anybody walking by that looks like they're a professor there, or they work there or something?
You see that there is a gentleman walking by in a black robe with silver trim. It looks like he's heading towards one of the outbound towers. He's
All right,
an older gentleman.
We'll flag him down.
So, Kalyna, you've got, I think, the highest charisma, etc., but, maybe just see if we can speak to whoever specializes in aberrations.
He says, if you're wondering where the lecture is on artifacts of the giants, it's on the other side of the campus.
Oh, well, that actually does sound fascinating, and usually I would love to attend that, but we were actually hoping you could point us in a direction where we might find some books on aberrations.
On aberrations?
Like creatures, and a creature perhaps like a Dolgont.
I mean, I don't know what aberrations are. But he's like, I would just...
Anywhere we can find books on things that have to do with, like, weird, strange monsters and creatures like that.
You're best setting off your research in the library. He points out one of the buildings off to the side, a very sizable tower towards the central hub.
Hmm.
Oh, well, thank you. Have fun with the giants.
And it gives you kind of an odd look and heads off to probably teach a class.
Oh, I thought he was going to give the lecture on the Giants. All right, anyway. All right, let's head to the library.
All right, so you arrive at the tower and walk through. There are a lot of damn books in here. I mean, lot of books.
Kalyna, time to make your librarian fantasies come true.
What? Like having sex in a library? Is that what you mean?
Oh, sexy librarian. I don't know.
Oh, well, Kalyna's already had sex in the library. But, oh, you want her to dress like a sexy librarian. I
Oh, well, that's not what
wanted?
I was thinking. I was thinking maybe you can charm the librarian
Oh, well, maybe
to help us find information.
In the chat, by the way, Dominic Perron is watching. Thank you, Dominic, who I met at Montreal Comic Con. He says maybe you can get a bard with bardic knowledge to help us out as well.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Anyway, so there's tons of books, right? Is there like a desk or some librarian who looks like they're?
Oh, there is a desk at the center of the lowest floor, but I mean, there's multiple levels. You've got winding stairwells going up, with books just lining the walls all the way up the tower.
So Kalyna kind of just looks up and like with her mouth open, like this is the coolest thing she's ever seen, pretty much, because she loves books.
I am curious as to whether or not there is indeed a librarian managing all these books.
Yeah. So are we on the lowest level?
Yes.
Is there anybody behind the desk?
You're at the entry level, and there is a wizened-looking old man at the desk, flipping through a huge ledger.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, let's approach him. Oh, and Dominic says, ask for the D&D equivalent of Playboy.
Wouldn't it just be Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, if you're into dragons.
Yeah. And Paul says, ask for the restricted section. That's interesting.
There you go.
Always the restricted section. But anyway,
Right,
yes, let's go up to
that's where the Necronomicon is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's stay away. All right.
Let's go there. Yeah, we're going to go up to the desk.
He looks up. Can I help you?
Yes, my good sir. We are seeking any books that we might give us information on a creature called a Dolgaunt. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, I'm sure I have at some point. What is it?
It is an aberration. A creature not natural of this world.
Oh, okay. Right.
Tentacles, and it can put you in a horrible death hug, and then little things come out from its tentacles that suck your blood.
Yeah, it's really gross.
And it seems to sense things without actually seeing. As a matter of fact, as far as we know, it doesn't even have eyes.
By the way, is Akamon with us? Supposedly or no?
For this one, no.
He went back to the mansion.
He needs some R&R after being nearly sucked dry.
Yeah, exactly.
I do a quick little sketch of it on a piece of paper for the librarian too.
Wow, you should be an artist. That's amazing.
Thank you.
It's literally just a bunch of squiggly lines.
She says sarcastically.
Right.
He looks at it and he's like, Provost Atavus has you doing some work, huh?
Who is this provost?
And you guys would know this. Provost is kind of the equivalent term of professor in this world.
Okay, all right. So then, pretend I didn't say that. I will say, yes, he does. Can you help us?
Well, I can point you to the right place. Certainly, we've got those all organized up on the 7th floor. Well, here he gets the ledger, and he sets out an ink bottle, and he flips through some pages, and he gets to the reading that you see. It says 7th floor, and he says, "You're going to need to sign in
Okay.
So each sign in.
Do we sign in our real names or not, guys?
Kalyna will sign in one of her aliases.
Let's see. For writing, of course, I know if it said before, the different languages like Giant and Goblinoid use Dwarvish script, but it's still different, correct?
I honestly haven't looked.
I think it is. I think it's different. It uses the script, but it's still different.
Yeah, there's probably differences.
Well, he will gladly sign his name in Giant.
You should have went to the Giant lecture.
Hey, that would have been fun. Who wants to
I
explore?
sign in as Grum Grum.
Grum Grum.
Yes.
Oh man,
That's
looks
my-
at it.
Your friend.
Mr. Grum?
Yes.
Okay.
First and last Grum.
He's weird. Don't worry about him.
Just funny that you said that. Sometime if you read the Dresden Files. That
Oh, gotcha.
Mr.
All right.
Grum?
Grum? All right. So we should head on up?
He hands Finn a bowler.
Thanks.
A bowler hat?
Yes. It's a Dresden.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So you go. He hands you a little disc. This will let you into the section on the 7th floor.
Many thanks.
All right.
So you hike up the stairs, get to the 7th floor, pass through a gate using the little token, and wall of books.
All right. So should we just begin looking?
Yeah, do we just look in? Do we do a check or anything to speed it?
So does anyone have investigation?
Yeah.
No.
Well, anybody
we
can
all
do it.
Anyone
Yeah,
can try it. It's an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And I'm going to do my guidance with all of these, so we'll add a plus 1
I
to
think
4.
we're not even in a library.
Well, but Tulthus might. Let me do this.
Roll some guidance. Do it real quick.
Yeah.
Roll some guidance. Might be a
Plus
20.
3,
Hey,
so that's a
19!
19.
Jeff, have you ever seen UHF?
No, I actually haven't, which is ridiculous, but
Conan the Librarian? System!
nice.
That's fantastic.
Tulthus does.
Yeah, oh yeah. So anything,
Tulthus is
Tulthus
looking
find
at this,
anything,
and
or just
he's kind of going,
a book?
he's kind of looking at it, and he's like, yeah, this looks like it's about the actual creatures. So he starts pulling out a couple books. Here, look through these.
Gotcha.
By the way,
So
Dominic said in the chat, which was I didn't think about this. We could have taken 20 because we had time to do.
Not in this edition.
No, you can take, and you can still take something in 5e, right? No.
Nope.
Oh, I'm thinking Pathfinder.
That's a 3rd edition rule.
I'm thinking Pathfinder. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank you, Dominic, but we can't actually.
19 should be fine.
Now you could have worked together and give someone advantage on the check.
Yeah.
So,
We'll
anyway,
remember
so-
to do that next
So
time.
did he say he found some books?
yeah, and he starts handing a few books out, and you start finding out things that you really probably wish you didn't know now.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Kalina's gonna sit cross-legged on the floor as she reads through the books.
You find that aberrations involve a lot of messed up things, and the general hypothesis from these books is that many of these things are the results of a planar invasion from the plane Zoriat, which is known as the Plane of Madness.
Mm. Oh, God.
Zoriat, an invasion from Zoriat, as you're reading through all this stuff, was the cause of the fall of the Dakani Empire. So the Hobgoblin Empire crumbled after a planar invasion from Zoriat.
Yeah.
They, with the help of gatekeeper druids, they were able to seal away Zoriat's portals, but the Empire never recovered.
Yeah, they took a huge, run of the Force.
The Force? We have the Force? Are there books on the Force here? That's awesome.
No.
Did Yoda
I
write
don't think
some?
this is a force that we can use.
I mean, there's spells that do Force damage.
Unfortunately, those particular items belong to a different group that hasn't been converted yet.
I gotcha. Of course.
There is a race in Eberron called the Kalishtar.
Oh, yeah.
They are a race that are linked to psychic ability.
Gotcha.
The psychic rules have not been released for Finn.
So in the chat, by the way, Lister's Mate has a great thing for Finn to say. I can hear Finn saying to a sexy librarian, quote, "Hey, you must be a book from the library because I'm checking you out."
Gotcha.
Keep them coming. Those are great.
Yeah, that does sound like a Finn line, actually. That sounds like a
say
Finn
that
line.
right to the wizened old man.
Yes. All right. So anyway, we didn't find anything on
sexuality check. Just
we didn't find anything about Dolgons in these books.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
You do find the Dolgons listed, and for those of you who may or may not have seen what these look like,
Can you share a picture? That's great.
yeah. Since we're focused on the Dolgons at the moment, I'll pull up the image so everybody can see it.
There you go, folks. If you're watching here, you're going to get to see a picture of this. There it is. Can you make it bigger at all, or no? Is that this big?
Yeah, I can. Just let me.
Oh, yuck. I've already seen it. Oh, my God. It's even worse the second time seeing it.
Yeah. So, as we're researching, are we finding any ways that people have dealt with this? I mean, I know we're aware of the gatekeeper. I know we're aware of the sword, the material that the sword is made out of.
Right. The notes that are penned out in this book on them, the theory is that Dolgons at one point were created during the war with the Dakani, and in fact that Dolgons at one point had been hobgoblins that were horribly mutated by the masters of Zoriat. Now, as to their abilities, they do seem to, as he's detailing out the notes, they do seem to have the ability to sense everything around them without sight. They can see clearly, though it does seem to have its limits, but they have very long range to what they can perceive.
Gotcha.
He records that there are accounts of these creatures being able to clearly make out beings that were 200 to 300 feet away from them.
All right.
Any information about weaknesses or tips on defeating one?
It talks about they are able to leech vitality out of their victims through touch. They are also resistant to damage not caused by enchanted weapons or by weapons made of Baishik.
Gotcha. Well, and we do have magical weapons,
I
such
don't.
as they are. Huh?
Kalyna doesn't.
Really? You didn't get a +1 rapier?
I did not. I would like to get one.
Well, you know what?
She's
I've got the-
reconsidering that right now.
Well, no, I took
Just-
something else, but I got the money for it. If we can find
Exactly,
something
that's what I was getting ready to say. You just turned over 500 gold pieces,
Yeah.
so...
So we can go somewhere where they can do that. I'll gladly spend the money.
You're in the upper wards of Sharn.
Yeah.
You can find someplace.
Yeah. I mean, you know, first of all, we should decide if we're actually going to go after this thing, because...
So that's all. That's everything it told us. The book.
I mean, I mean, it's talking about Dolgons in an academic way.
Mm.
Right.
You know, it's not. I mean, it talks about them being, on average, no faster than a typical human. They
true.
are graceful in their own way. They can be difficult to hit, difficult to hurt. But I mean, it specifically talks about, because of their sight, how they see or perceive things, it's very difficult to sneak up on them.
Right.
You'll
Well, I mean,
find info on the Dolgrims.
The little goblins that were malformed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like the Dolgons, they are resistant to weapons that are not magical or made of Baishik.
Okay.
They're not resistant.
They are. They're resistant to weapons unless they are made of Baishik or are enchanted.
Oh, just like the Dolgon.
Yeah, just like the Dolgon. And again, theories were that they used to be goblins.
So Dominic is saying in the chat, first off, if they have scent, far downwind. And then he also says, find a sponsor, get paid in advance, hire a healer, buy a bag of holding and magic stuff. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to hire a healer if we go after this thing. A cleric.
Just as ugly as the first time we saw him.
Yeah. I mean, we can just take, you know, we could just take a little extra time, and within a few days, we'll have plenty of healing potions. I mean, I think we actually have pretty decent healing potion count. But,
We do, but I think we should bring other people with us if we can.
Yep. I mean, one thing that we could do now is talk to Provost. Is it Tulthus? I think that the guy was saying.
Atavist.
What's his name? Atavist. Because, you know, he might be able to shed some light on this, and if he's interested in this particular creature, who knows? Maybe he can hook us up with another adventure type for this.
Yeah, exactly. All
Um,
right, that sounds like a plan.
The thing is to find someone who'd be able to track a creature that hasn't been around for God knows how many years.
Oh wait, are you saying this is?
He's certainly not the only one.
Yeah.
These creatures, I mean, you can find them if you really go looking for them.
Right.
Yeah, see, I want to try to find like some. There's got to be somebody in Sharn, like people who would like hunt. That's their job, like hunting monsters like this, like you know.
Yes, that's called Death's Gate District. It's
Death's Gate
District. It's the Adventurer District.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
That sounds like where we need to go.
All right, but you want to talk to the professor first?
Let's check in with the professor first and see what he knows, and see. The other thing too is, you know, who knows? Maybe he'll have another expedition that he's interested in sending us on that might be less likely to get us killed.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. So,
I guess we're gonna head back downstairs then.
yeah, you head downstairs. The librarian asks you for the token.
Sure, give it back.
Oh, well, unless Tulthus swallowed it or something, yes, we'll give it back.
Hopefully not.
Tulthus
Okay.
snack.
So wait, it's Atavis, right?
Atavis, yeah.
Do you happen to know where Provost Atavis might be at this time of day?
He's like, thinks about it. He looks over and pulls out another book and starts flipping through it. Zarashak.
Do we know where this is? Do we
Wait, hang on.
recognize
Yeah, I
it?
don't care. Do we have any knowledge of what that is?
You can make an intelligence check.
Is that a brothel? The local brothel?
That'd be great. If you, oh man, I could go undercover then.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What is
let
it?
me-
Wait, just a straight
I
intelligence
got
check?
16.
Straight intelligence check.
Come on! What is with these rolls?
Well, I got a 16.
No, well, you're smart.
Finn's like, Zarashak? Zarashak is way out in the Shadow Marches.
Uh-oh.
Where's the Shadow Marshes?
The Shadow Marches are way, way to the west, like past Droam.
Okay.
Wait, is that where we went that one time by ship?
Well, you went to Droam. You would have had to go further to get to Zarashak.
Ah, crap.
What does he do?
It-
Wait, somebody has to this guy then. What's he doing in Zarashak?
He's on some expedition out there.
Oh, that crazy Provost Atavis.
So if you scoot the map, if you go on the map and go all the way over to the left-hand side,
Looks like it's
Zarashak is the one with the bright star right
Yeah.
in the middle of the Shadow
Got
Marches.
it.
Right.
That is not anywhere close to where we are.
No, it's not.
So,
Well, at the
how
same
long-
time, we could go and try to join the professor on whatever expedition he's on.
I was
So
gonna
we're
ask
just going to
how
show
long-
up and say, "Hey, Professor, we're going to join your expedition." He's going to be like, "Who the hell are you guys?"
Don't worry about it.
Probably.
Just let it happen.
No, you do it right. You charge in. We're here to rescue you.
There you go. From what? Run! Then we stop
Place on
running.
the hill,
we
and we'll
explain- Yeah, we just explain that that we just saved them.
We bring along like dead bodies of goblins or something. We just killed these guys. We're going to ambush you.
And that's where the bag of holding comes in.
Which, by the way, that might be a worthwhile investment for you guys.
Yeah, that's that
Mhm.
is on the uncommon chart, so it'd be
Yes, it is.
500.
Carry
Yep.
500 pounds of stuff, and it weighs 15 pounds.
Yep.
All right, well, wait. So
That's- Go ahead.
the librarian guy, I'm going to ask him. Besides Provost Atavis, is there anyone here else on campus who specializes in creatures like Dolgons, aberrations like that?
No, Atavis has a long-standing. He's our expert on Dakani information,
Okay.
and so by association, he also studies things related to Zoriat.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely tie into their backstory. Oh.
All right, so I'll thank. Well, first off, actually, I'm going to ask what is it? I'm going to ask his name. The librarian who's been helping us.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Wait, in the chat, give us a name for the librarian. And as you're doing that, I will thank him very much for his time. That he's been most helpful.
Hopsnop Crumplebottom.
What?
Crumple bottom?
He says his name is Marek.
Mark?
Mark Crumplebottom.
No, Marek.
Oh, Marek. Oh, okay.
All right, so I guess we'll head out of the library, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we could see if there's another professor that's it's putting together any kind of expeditions or anything like that. I mean, we could go and see if if we can talk some other professor into having interest in this situation.
Can we still make? How long have we been in there? Can we still make the giant lecture? But no, also we'll go to it, and then I think we ask the guy. Maybe he has an expedition. He's lecture.
You step out of the library, and you can go ahead and make a perception check.
And I'll do guidance, or I don't know. Can I do guidance?
You can't do guidance on
it's passive perception.
This is just as you're stepping out into the light and taking a look around, see if you notice something.
And about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14, 15. Somebody's checking me out, I know.
Somebody is checking you out. Or at least all three of you.
So Necrodius just started watching on Twitter. He says, did Pennington bring enough marmalade for this quest?
Yes, I did!
He says also, I have a level 3 cleric, cough. Like, he could join us.
Oh, nice.
Send him over here.
They're
I hope that
worried
wasn't
enough about you. They're willing to come in as reinforcements.
Very nice.
So did we perceive what we need to perceive?
Yes, you notice two things, actually.
I check my fly. Go ahead.
There's a man in dark blue. He's wearing a dark blue doublet over a white shirt and blue breeches with black boots. He's got a rapier at his side. And he's, eyeing your group. Specifically your group. The other thing that just catches your eye at a glimpse, towards the far end of the university, you'd swear you caught a glimpse of a hobgoblin.
You don't say. Well, Tulthus is going to go ahead and nudge Kalyna and say, "You two should go fencing."
And she'll nudge him back. By that, do you mean in bed?
How would that work?
I'll tell you later.
Right.
Forget it. I'll tell you later. Okay, so wait.
He's
I'm
got
sorry.
a good point.
What?
I mean, fencing in bed, does that make any
get out of here.
Really?
Good point. Yeah.
Use your logic.
So wait, what is this guy is dressed? I'm sorry, in blue?
Yeah, he's dressed in blue.
Is he looking at us?
Yeah.
Like suspiciously?
He's not like, twirling his mustache or anything, but,
Well, should, you said we noticed what appeared to be a hobgoblin off in the distance?
Yeah.
Didn't we see a hobgoblin watching us and Drone when we left? No. I mean, look, somebody was watching us when we left. We actually saw it. I'm calling on your DM memory.
I'll just tell you, I'm kind of a jerk. I think you ought to take notes. But
oh, fine. I'll take notes from now on.
What if we have someone go investigate the hobgoblin while the other two
I'll let it
deal
go
with
this time. Yes, you saw a hobgoblin woman watching you from a hillside as you got onto the rowboat to go out to the ship. Right. And she was standing on a hill from the direction you had come from when you left Marut Krat.
All right, thank you. Now, did this hobgoblin, could we tell if it was male or female or no?
Hard to tell at the distance. Okay. But you were pretty sure they were looking your way. And then they slipped back. They actually exited the gates of Moorgrave.
Of the university?
Yeah.
All right, so, Kalyna wants to go after this hobgoblin.
Really?
Should well, actually, no.
No, like in stealthy.
University, or we're going to ignore this guy.
Well, no, that's the thing.
You guys can talk to him. Stealth mode. I'll go stealth mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Kit.
You can't hide when he's watching you.
No! I'm not talking about this guy. I'm going to go stealthily after the hobgoblin is what I want to do.
Okay, that makes more sense.
It's like, I'm not here!
I'm not-
Oh.
Caster,
Kalyna throws a little smoke bomb in front of her and is like, "Boo! I'm not here."
Oh, I wish I could do that, actually. That would be awesome.
I'm picturing this like this would be Tulthus' equivalent of sneaking. Walks over, you don't see me.
Right. Wow.
Didn't see anything.
Okay, so Kalyna's going to go. All right, so I'm going to walk forward to this guy that's eyeing us, and I say, "You, sir, look like you could use a good stout."
Well, actually, as Kalyna starts to move off towards the gates, he steps to intercept.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Does he say anything?
We need to have a talk, Kalyna.
Ooh, he knows your name.
Okay, hang on, out of character. Does she have any recollection? Like, does she know who this is?
No. Or maybe from one of your drunken escapades you just can't remember.
Well, that's possible for sure.
Well.
Also, Kalyna will say, "Oh, how do you know my name?"
Ekamon was kind enough to pass it along.
Oh no! Oh, you're a friend of Akamon?
Acquaintance, let's say. I met him not long ago at your home.
Hey, could you wait here a minute? I gotta go take care of something. And go talk to my two friends.
Well, I just step up. I step up while this conversation's going on.
Okay.
Okay. So Ekamon sent you.
Well, I persuaded him to let me know where you all were.
Ah, okay.
Forcefully?
So, would you care for a drink?
All right, Kalyna's actually gonna stay. She's too intrigued now by this. So.
Okay.
Well, but before we head off, do you know that creature over there? Mentioning the hobgoblin.
What creature?
The hobgoblin that was off yonder.
He looks over there and looks at you. I don't know any hobgoblin, not around here. And if you guys can roll insight if you want. I mean, if you're paranoid,
well, I believe him. Personally, I believe him.
Yeah,
But,
I don't think
I'll do insight and
just for the hell of it.
and do a little guidance with it.
So
I got an 18.
So I just want to point out that guidance has a verbal and a somatic component.
Ah, okay, fair enough. All right, then just stick with the 17.
Oh.
That's the best description of guidance I've ever heard.
Fair enough. Doesn't seem like he's telling the truth. That he has no idea about the hobgoblin.
Yeah, he legitimately doesn't seem to know what you're talking about as far as a hobgoblin.
All right. Well, I suggest we step into just like a little pub on campus and have a chat with this guy.
He says, I actually have a job for you.
Well, we're all
you're
ears.
going to be interested. It doesn't pay well, or maybe it pays very well, depending on your point of view.
I'm more interested in the latter.
As long as you complete the task I have at hand, Jameson will continue to keep breathing.
What?
Tulthus scratches his head.
Oh, Tulthus doesn't even know Jameson, right?
Well, no, he probably does, because remember, Tulthus was a aid to Solomon and other Watchers. So, I mean, even if he hasn't met him, he's certainly probably heard of him.
Well, I hope you're not suggesting that you're putting Jameson in danger. I assume you're saying somebody else is.
I'm not directly putting him in danger.
Kalyna will kind of. Are we sitting at a table? Seated at a table?
Yeah.
All right. So underneath the table, she's going to kind of discreetly pull one of her daggers like into her hands.
Okay. Make that sleight of hand roll.
Drum roll, please.
Come on. Every roll today.
he just kind of eyes Kalyna. Really? You don't think that there are other people here watching? Anything happens to me, he'll never be seen again. At least not in one piece.
I'd like to just point out that all of Echamon's friends are real assholes.
Actually, he never said he was Echamon's friend. He
all
just
of his
said
acquaintances are real assholes.
persuaded Echamon to tell him where you were.
Echamon, that weakling, gave in so easily.
So my comment about forcefully might have been a correct assumption.
Hey, did you ever think about just coming and asking us to help rather than holding somebody hostage?
Where's the fun in that?
So tell us who you are and what you need done.
No names for now. You have to earn that privilege.
Can you give us an alias?
I put three copper pieces on the table.
It's a simple job. I hear you're good. So, are you familiar with Greywall?
Gray Wall.
Haven't been myself.
Can we do a check? I can't think of Gray Wall at the moment. Can we do a history or?
Can we do a check?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Okay.
Finally.
There you go.
And when I do mine, I do guidance just for the fuck of it. I got an 18! Yes!
Okay. So, Kalyna's like, okay, there's two possible Grey Walls. There's a Grey Wall district in Lower Tavix Landing in Sharn. It's not exactly a great part of town, but it's not terrible. It's a little run down. It's for a while, Grey Wall during the war was kind of like a slum where they held political prisoners.
Okay.
In more recent years, Grey Wall has kind of become a haven of Cyrean refugees. So
Okay.
that's one Grey Wall. The other Grey Wall is up here on the border of Breland and Droam.
All right.
And that's just a town?
Yeah, it's a city right on the border of Droam and Breland. It's on the Droam side.
Now, the first Grey Wall with the political prisoners, where is that located?
Lower Tavix Landing.
Is that in Sharn?
Yeah, that's in Sharn.
Okay.
So
Lower Wards?
the Lower Wards.
So do you want to clarify, Kalyna?
Yeah. So she'll ask, which of the two Grey Walls do you mean?
The one here in Sharn, in Lower Tavix Landing.
Now, hang on, sorry, out of character. Is it still being used to help prisoners, or it used to be?
No, used to be. Since the end of the war, it's not sealed off and being used that way.
Is it on this? Can you ping it on the lower wards?
Oh, weird. Okay. Sorry. I'm thinking of somewhere else. I don't think I'm... Okay. Sorry. Wrong one. I mixed the name. It should be High Walls.
Ah, gotcha.
High Walls is the name of the place.
High Walls is the name of the place.
I see it.
High Walls in Lower Tavik's Landing.
Okay.
Yeah.
For viewers, there we go.
That's where it is a slum, and it's dirty, and
So like the poor people live there now or something, maybe, or the
right.
homeless?
I mean, the Cyreans lost their entire nation. They used to, where the Mournland is where Cyr used to be. So this is a place where some of the Cyreans who were outside of their nation at the time have congregated.
I feel really bad because in real life I thought you were actually giving an example of Cyrians. But anyway, I know they sound a lot alike. No, anyway, these are actually Cyrians within the world. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what do you want us to do in High Walls?
Well, there's been a lot of strange things going on in High Walls lately. And I think you could help me find out what I need to know. See,
What kind of things?
There's been a series of deaths in High Walls that aren't making a lot of sense. Need you to talk to the people in High Walls. Try to find out more information about what's going on. The people are insular. They tend not to trust people who are not from the district. But I think you all can slip in without being noticed. Maybe play up that you're of Cyran heritage.
Without a doubt.
Certainly, you guys Tulthus, they won't question you.
Yeah.
House Cannith, their original, like the center of House Cannith was in Cyr.
Mm-hmm.
One of the major production places of Warforged was in Metrol, which is the capital of Cyr.
Okay. So people are dying, and you just want us to find out the cause?
Yeah, I want you to find out the cause and let me know what it is.
And then you'll release Jameson?
Indeed.
Wait. What about Ekamon? Is he in danger or is he back at the mansion?
He's fine. He's back at the house.
So, is that how you persuaded him? You already had Jameson captured?
Very perceptive of you.
Yeah, I didn't think Ekamon would go along with otherwise. He may be an ugly fucker, but he's not a jerk.
Well, you've roused our spirit for journey, hopefully.
So these people that are dying, in what ways are they dying? Do you know? Are they being assassinated?
That's the thing that's not making a lot of sense. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to the people who are dying. They're just turning up dead. No outward visible signs of why.
Have you obviously checked for poison?
Little hard to do sometimes. After someone's picked the body clean or tried to hide it for a while.
Oh, so these bodies are being hidden, it seems, too. Huh?
Were these people close to you, or did they work for you?
Not really necessary for you to know. Follow the bodies. Find what the problem is.
Do you have any contact or any person we should go to first?
I have a suspicion. There's a woman who keeps making the rounds in High Walls. No name. They just call her the Widow. But she's gaining some popularity. I'm just wondering if maybe she's got a hand in some of what's going on.
Sounds like we might have our target.
Right. Okay.
All right, so I guess we're gonna go see the widow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys ready to head out?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, what guarantees do we have that our friend is going to be okay if we give you this information?
You have my word. There's nothing else that I can give you.
Well,
So
he's been
Kalyna
honest
will,
with us so
Kalyna
far.
will kind of put her hands on the table and lean over him. And you have my word. If Jameson, anything happens to Jameson, you're gonna be the next one who's dead.
Well, let's hope you succeed then.
And I've got a pot of marmalade with your name.
Oh?
Okay. So,
Dominic says, "We're off to see the widow, the wonderful widow of," and then follow the Albrecht Road.
yes. All right. Okay.
We're all, by the way, we're all like, we got some sleep on the ship or something. Are we all?
Oh yeah,
filled up, rested?
it took like at least a day,
2
maybe
days,
two,
yeah.
to get back to Sharn. So you're
Yeah.
at full health. There's no troubles there. You should be
Right.
at full health, ready to go.
I think Kalyna's a little tired out from so much scissoring, though. All right,
Scissoring.
let's continue.
I actually don't. Is that a sexual reference? Like the position?
Yes.
Scissoring the
Yeah.
position?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, there's
All
the
right,
she's
anyway, so we're going
fabric.
to the
like she's making some clothing or something.
So,
Hey, I want to get a. We're gonna get a magical weapon.
There you go. Why not?
Okay, I mean it's not hard. You're up in Upper Sharn. You can wander around till you find one of the market districts with a shop that would have them, and 500 gold plus the cost of the weapon is what it'll take you.
Yep.
I've got that,
I thought you might.
and that's not even added in last week's.
And of course, if anyone wants to pick up any other uncommon or common magic items while you're there, you could do that as well.
So what is this? So this would be what? Just a rapier +1?
Yeah, rapier +1.
Does that
If you
add?
want-
Sorry, remind me. Add one
I
to.
can fix it. Hang on.
No, I want to put it separately as a separate weapon. I got it in. I'll do it.
Okay.
But does it add 1 to attack or damage or both?
Both.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Alrighty. So, and then I guess you're catching a sky coach down to High Walls.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's go
sky
do
coaches
that.
are awesome.
Or you can take the elevators down.
Sky coach.
Yeah. Yeah. More fun.
All right.
Well, or if we take the I don't know. Do you think that the locals would trust us more if they saw us coming in on a poor man's route?
And do you want to try to adopt any disguises or anything before going down?
I think we should. I just want to dress down, put on my grungier type things, which won't be too hard for Fed.
I put on a hat.
Okay.
What
about you, Kalyna? It's your chance to shine.
It is a chance to shine. Let's see. So, what you think we should dress as? Like, kind of like really like rapport and grungy.
Well, I think it'd be fine for us to look a little. Yeah, definitely. To blend in more with the locals.
Okay, so So I have two options. I can use my disguise hat, or I can just use my disguise kit. I've never used my disguise kit officially in the game. Like, how does that work exactly? Do I make a check? I've got it on my sheet as a check. Or do I just say I use it?
The witch now?
I have a disguise kit.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a makeup kit and stuff to be able to do disguises.
Okay. I don't have to do a check, or I can just say like I'm using it and I'm doing like this, and this is what I look like.
Well, I mean, you would roll the disguise check. So.
Oh, to see how good the disguise is.
See how good the disguise is. Or you
Okay.
use your hat and go with that.
I think you should disguise yourself like as Big Mama, like Big Mama's house or something. Go all out. Just kidding. No, you might actually want to be able to use your charisma and be attractive too.
What you say these are called Cyreans?
Cyreans.
Cyreans. That's right.
The country is spelled.
Is that a cockroach, Tulthus?
Oh, okay, like with a C. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and now Cyreans, do they? What are they? Are they humans? Are they what?
There's all different races, but humans definitely.
So, but as a half-elf, can I be a half-elf? I'm fine. Like that.
Absolutely. I mean, just like any of the other 5 nations. I mean, you can find most of the races in Breland, or Karnath, or Thrain, or Ondair. They aren't like all human or anything like that.
Okay, is there any certain like complexions that they are, darker, lighter? Any tattoos or anything that usually mark them? That
No, I mean they tended towards bright colors in what they dress in. So I mean, and one of the primary colors for the Cyrian crest was green. So bright colors. The Cyrians tended to be artistic.
Okay, but I guess we should make them look kind of those colors, but kind of crappy clothes, right? Is the idea?
Well, I mean, they could be bright, but maybe stained or worn.
Worn, yeah. Okay.
The people in High Walls don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, look at that disguise kit check.
Nice.
Now they're going to expect you to talk just like a Cyrian, though.
Well, what is it? Well, okay, what does a Cyrian? They speak common, right? So.
Yeah, they speak common.
Yeah. But if somebody mentions the local pub or restaurant or somebody down the street, they're going to expect you to know.
Hey, this is the slums. Joking. This is the slums, man. They don't have anything, probably.
Well, but Kalyna, you can make a quick intelligence check.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if they were to ask you, you could just say that you recently got to Sharn from New Seer.
New Seer.
New Seer is a town that the King of Breland has allowed. Basically, he's granted the land to the Cyrians.
The King of where?
Breland, where you are now.
Yep. Okay.
Basically, he's allowed the surviving Prince of Seer to basically gather people and create a town within Breland's borders, and it's called New Seer.
So should that be our story? Then everybody that we come to town recently from New Seer, all of us.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. All right. So there is you get to High Walls, and you can actually see where the great metal gates used to be to seal the district. To use it as basically a ghetto to hold political refugees.
Gotcha.
you can see where people have tried to add color and kind of spruce up the place, but there's just kind of a grim feeling to the place. It's dark down here. The lower wards of Sharn get dark faster, of course, for being so far down the towers. And so it's already glooming into twilight in High Walls, even though it's probably only late afternoon in Upper Sharn. People move about the district, making their way this way and that.
So I would... Anyway, I'm just whispering this.
That was the other question. Did you end up taking the Sky Coach, or did you take the elevators down to the district?
Which way would be quicker?
Sky Coach.
I think we should take the I think we should take the elevators down, just so if anybody's watching, we blend in more, like we're not wealthy.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, actually.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you take the lifts.
Yeah.
So you basically ride the lifts down along the outside edges of towers, sometimes on inner walls of some of them, until you reach High Walls. So now you're at the edge of the district.
All right. You know what I would recommend is that we go to a bustling tavern of some sort, and try to catch up on the local gossip that way. I think that way we would be able to hear what people are saying about the bodies, especially since it's evening time. We could find a place that we could be going to stay for the night too. Does that sound good to everybody, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, great. So yeah, we asked somebody for a recommendation of a good tavern to stay the night in, and that we've recently arrived from New Seer.
Steve, Samus, you hear all that?
Yes, I did. I'm sending a private message to someone in the group.
Okay.
For information that I need.
Gotcha.
Through sending it through here, Roll20, or
somebody's getting it
through Roll20.
Okay. Just make sure.
Somebody's getting a message. If it's not you, don't worry about it.
Right.
I know who got the message.
So, okay.
Again, if you're watching live, folks, thank you very much. You can chat, comment in the chat there, or tweet us at Super Geeked Up.
Oh, yeah, and by all means, offer ideas of what they could meet in High Walls.
Oh, goody.
Okay, so you make your way to one of the taverns. It looks to be like there's a rose on the sign that's kind of traced in gold, and it says the Gilded Rose.
Ah. Okay.
Does it appear to be some kind of tavern?
Yeah, I mean, you evidently hear drinking inside and some chatter and so on.
All right. I go in,
What is your guys' passive perception?
Mine's 15.
Mine is
13.
Mine's 10.
So we got what? Run them by me one more time.
15, 13, 10.
15, 13, 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me something here.
As he's doing that, Nate, did you say Cyreans are known for making Warforged?
It was the House of Cannith that was located in Seer, which was their central location to make Warforged. And I'm sure they sold a lot to the Cyreans.
House of Cannith?
Yes.
Is that one of the dragon marked houses?
Yes. House Cannith has the mark of making. They are ones for fabricating all kinds of weapons and goods and such. They are the house that created the Warforged and started selling them to all sides.
Gotcha.
During the war.
I do have a disguise for one of the dragon marked houses, but not that one.
All right.
Did we perceive anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right. So what do we see when we go in there?
Oh. Okay.
Sounds great.
Roll 1 was good. Roll 2 was bad. So suddenly, Kalyna just catches out of the corner of her eye, a human come out of nowhere and snatch the Bishik blade out of Tulthus's sheath on his back.
I'm gonna grab him. I grab his arm or something, or his...
Okay, that'll be an ish.
Oh god. I
Considering
assume we're all taking part in this.
well, she's the only one that's noticed at the moment. I mean,
Okay.
obviously everyone's going to notice after the surprise round. And
Well, as I grab it, can I just say, "Hey" or something to alert them?
yeah, I mean, obviously, but they're surprised. You're not.
So obviously the person is reaching behind me, correct?
Right.
Okay, so unfortunately I can't burst into a rage to keep from being surprised, because it has to be something I can see.
Right. You have to be aware of it.
Yes.
In order for that to work.
Since we don't have our tokens, just do it and you'll add them?
Right. Actually, I could just throw your tokens out on the map and make it easier.
Too.
Okay. So let me get everybody out here.
I assume that we would know that High Wall is probably filled with thieves, too. Maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You're talking about a poor district.
Right.
You know.
And Tulthus has a very shiny sword.
Has a very shiny weapon on his back.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was... Oh, am I out? Oh, there I am. Okay.
We are giants! Giants! Boom, boom.
Puny
Okay, I just step on him. We shouldn't all do an ish yet, right? Because Kalyna's doing...
No, you can all go ahead.
I did it.
Finish. You just don't take part in the first round.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
18. Neat. It's so weird how it doesn't roll advantage with initiative, but it does like everything else.
So, I don't... Thomas, you want to take a quick look at this? I think I entered the rapier +1 correctly, but...
All right, I'm actually going to say that you managed to catch. I mean, you saw them reaching for the sword and almost had their hand on it when you intervened.
Ah, so he still has it. He still has it in his possession.
Yeah, it's still in the sheath.
Whew, thank God.
You're lucky you.
But, let me go ahead and add. There we go. Then I just need to change that to 18. There we go.
Okay, Thomas, if you have a chance to check my character sheet real quick, see if I did the rapier +1 correctly.
Nobody likes a surprise unsheathing. I don't know what that means.
Unless you're a furry.
Don't take that out unless I give you permission.
No, that looks fine. That looks exactly like it's what it's supposed to be.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
Tulthus with his giant purple sword. Let's see what happens.
Hooray.
Okay.
So wait. Okay. So hang on. So there's no. All right. So I guess there was no time to like. This guy was not going to have a conversation basically with us about what he's doing. He just went right into fighting.
Well, I mean, no fight has started yet. You spotted him. Now the two of you can react to each other in the surprise round, and then
Go from there.
go from there.
All right. So I can just choose to say something instead of attacking.
Right.
All right. So
First off, he obviously stopped trying to grab the sword, right?
Well, he's reaching for it right now, and then Kalina's like, "Whoa!"
Kick
And
his
you
ass.
won the initiative, Kalyna, so you can act first.
all right. Well, can I? I mean, I would like to kind of stop him, grab his wrist, and stop him, and say something like, "Hey there, friend. That doesn't belong to you."
Go ahead and roll it. Roll it. Because you got to grab them, so you still have to hit their AC to grab them.
Yeah. Well, what am I rolling though then?
It would be D20 plus your. It'd be strength or dex, your choice.
Definitely
which
dex. Definitely
Oh, yeah.
dex.
She should be able to grab him. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that'll do it. So you grab onto it. The human man looks at you with disgust, and
I don't get that reaction too often from men.
and says in a voice that's strangely feminine, "Stupid chatur," and then is gone.
Wait, did she do a smoke thing?
No, she speaks another word and just gone.
Like magic?
Like magic.
Did any of us recognize the word
Can we do a check?
they mentioned before?
Did it seem like a Misty Step thing?
It seems similar.
We've seen Ekamon do that, so.
Tulthus, that's a hobgoblin word.
Okay.
Loosely translated, it's an insult, and it's basically loosely translates to defiler.
Oh.
You call me a defiler?
Yeah. So Tulthus does turn to Kalyna and said, "Who called you a whore?"
Well, no, basically
A whore?
because
No,
of what
that's
you
not
know.
That's not that inaccurate.
This is kind of a nasty term among some hobgoblins for any of the races not native to Corvair. Because remember, the humans didn't originally come from this continent.
Okay.
Neither did the elves. The orcs and the hobgoblins, goblins, the bugbears, they were all originally on Corvair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Because
So the thing was a hobgoblin? Because I thought it was a human, you said.
It was a human. It was a
Ah.
human
visual.
male.
So a human male with a feminine voice speaking a hobgoblin word.
Yes.
visually it was a human.
Visually, at least.
Yeah.
So,
In their own disguises.
what's going on back there?
Well, this looked like a dude, sounded like a woman, and he tried to steal your sword, and I stopped him.
Oh, much gratitude.
While they're
very
chatting,
mean
I'm
things.
getting out a piece of cloth and covering the sword, visual, to make it less conspicuous.
Just a wrapped bundle rather than the sword.
Yes. While you guys are chatting, I want to know if Tulthus would like it tied to the scabbard to make sure it doesn't suddenly disappear.
But then he's gonna have trouble getting it out, right, when he needs it.
Well,
Well, yeah, but he's got a couple battle axes.
How opposed would the guards be if I just wielded my weapons?
Are there guards? I don't know if there's any guards here. It's a slums.
I mean,
Well, we're entering a
technically,
tavern. I don't think we want to suddenly draw all of our weapons.
Well, we're already in the tavern, right?
you were just about to go in.
Ah.
I believe that was the same hobgoblin that was following the group prior to this and before that.
I think there's a good chance. But yeah, I think it's worth tying it to the scabbard, just to make sure that it would have been smart if we had gone ahead and bought that bag of holding to shove it in.
Well, for now, just because he's grown attached to both the battle axe of warning and his Bishek sword, so he will go ahead and whip both of them out, but keep them close to his sides, so as not to raise them in alarm.
I'm just picture, if you will, a crowded tavern.
Yeah, I'm not entering the tavern
a warforged with 2 weapons drawn.
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
You know what?
Hang on,
Tulthus,
wait.
I think a
It's
better
fine, wait.
idea is to
It's all
secure
good.
them.
Can I cast Minor Illusion to make the sword look not there or something else?
Certainly, but remember, it only lasts a minute.
It lasts for 1 minute.
Well, that's all right. Look. But hang on. Well, I could keep recasting it, but what is this? This is somatic and material, so no voice. That's not bad. I just have to move my hand a little bit then, right?
Right, but Minor Illusion isn't a cantrip.
It is a cantrip.
It is a cantrip?
It is indeed.
Oh, they changed
Okay.
it. Wow.
All right, yeah, I mean, then that's going to get annoying to do, but yeah, you can do it.
I mean,
This is my friend. She's got Tourette's. Please excuse twitching.
All right.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're right. It's not a permanent
I think
thing.
we just wrap the sword a bit and secure
I don't think
it.
you have to wrap it. Well, yeah, just cover it. I don't think you have to
Just
attach
cover
it.
the top.
Oh, you know what?
Secure it.
I should
He'll be on his
okay.
guard now.
Yeah.
Well,
He'll be on his
think
guard.
okay, just if you're worried about the Dolgaunt,
We're not worried about
you
that.
traveled a hell of a lot faster than he ever could.
Yeah, I think it's more
Flew
the
to Sharn.
right.
Yeah.
I think it's
Best
more
case
that
scenario. He's still
Right.
got weeks to get here.
No, this hobgoblin just
When?
wants the sword back. So
But I want this sword.
no, I want you to keep the sword. Just secure the sword.
Well, hold on. Does anyone have a cape? That would be awesome, right? Right? Cape?
Hang on.
You can pick up a cloak somewhere. Even in high walls, you'd be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to pick up a cloak.
Right.
Yes. Can we
Yeah, I
grab
don't have
one?
a cloak, but if you want to get one real fast.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
All right, so I guess we're going to get a cloak. How much is a cloak?
Like
Wait.
poppers. What? Do you,
Oh, I want a cloak too then, just because they're cool.
Can we take a cloak off that dead body in that alleyway?
well, if
You
you
can.
went searching alleys for dead bodies,
If you want that cloak, sure.
Now, question.
Hey, I'm trying to solve a mystery.
Would I be able to find a cloak that is magically enhanced?
up in Upper Sharn, maybe.
Not down here.
Okay, we don't want to waste any time doing that. So just a regular cloak, preferably black.
You
Ooh,
can
do they
find
have
one
choices
that's
of colors?
black-ish.
Do they have different
black.
colors?
Browns, black. There's some greens.
Oh wait, hey, isn't green one of the colors you said?
Is one of the Cyrean colors.
I will take a green cloak then.
Okay. So then,
What
I
about a
suppose you go-
cloak that has a big purple sword on it?
Jesus.
Just
Come on.
kidding.
So then, going back to the tavern.
Yes.
Okay. Now appropriately cloaked, you head back to the to the tavern.
Finn's jealous because he doesn't have a cloak and we do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine.
Because, he just wants to be a bear in a cloak.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
That
unbearable.
would be awesome. Yeah.
Did you say that'd be unbearable? Is that what you just said?
Yes. Now, if it's a cape, that's a whole other story. All right.
Folks
anyway.
are like capes. All right, yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way into the Gilded Rose.
Mhm.
Lots of people in there drinking, talking.
Right.
Yeah, people look over when you enter, but nobody makes too much of a fuss about it.
I just step up to the bar and order 3 medium quality stouts.
Okay.
One for Kalyna,
Extender.
Tulthus, and myself, and
Okay.
tip the bartender a couple copper pieces.
Your copper. Jeez.
Hey, we're in a low rent place, so
Yeah.
copper's a tip,
Yeah.
I tell the bartender that we're interested in potentially staying here tonight. Does he have any vacancies?
Sure. We've got some vacancies.
Oh,
How long you're planning to stay?
Well, I just want to make sure. I mean, we heard a little something about some dead bodies, and I want to make sure that we don't end up in a room with any dead bodies.
Oh, no. There's always a bit of violence down here. But,
Well, we understand that.
We try to keep it out of the Gilded Rose.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
By the way, that perception check I made was to see if I see anything in the tavern interesting or people.
I mean, there's a wide range of people here. I mean, even different races and whatnot here. Don't really see any gnomes at the moment, but that's not.
Yeah. So bartender, has there been anything going on? We're just arriving from New Seer, and we had heard some rumors of some violence and dead bodies showing up. Know anything about that?
He says, there's been a strange trend of people dying lately. Not quite sure what's going on with it. I mean, they're finding bodies after a while. It's
After a while.
It's kind of
They're never
strange.
fresh.
There's no outward appearance as to why they should have died, but it's clear that they've been dead for a little while, which doesn't make sense for where they've been found.
They've been found in well-known spots or out in the open?
They've been found in alleys and in various places, but the thing is that enough people walk the streets down here. If a body's rotting in an alley, the smell is going to be clear.
They were killed in the Mournlands. They had to have been, right? Where they wouldn't decay. Obviously, they've been dead for a while, and then they're brought back to the city for whatever reason.
Are you just positing that as a theory out?
Totally.
I'm just saying, we're weeks away from the Mournlands, and I don't know.
Kalyna asked, we've heard of someone named the Widow. Do you know anything about?
Oh, her. Yeah, she's an odd one. Showed up a while ago. She's you see her sometimes going around with some others gathered with her. She usually has for lack of a better term, a knight who walks with her in a dark red armor.
So basically a bodyguard?
Maybe so, though I don't know why she'd need it. A lot of folks around here kind of view her as an angel of mercy. She's often been known to give out food and supplies to some of the poorer families here.
Very nice.
you know, in the old way, I mean, some people are suspicious of her because she doesn't show her face and she doesn't give a name, you know, or make proper introductions. But, you know, she hasn't done any harm that I've ever seen.
How long has she been here?
Oh, let me think. She's been here for probably a good 4 or 5 months. She turned up, not, no, maybe longer than that. It's hard to be sure when she turned up.
But
I know
well,
it was after the Treaty of Thronehold, but I don't know too sure after that.
but well before the bodies started showing up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The people that were killed, do you know anything about them?
Well, that's the thing. Just seems to be dead random. I mean, as far as anything that I've heard, the victims didn't even know each other.
And they are victims that are here from High Wall, right?
Yeah, they're from High Wall.
Hmm.
How many? Any idea how many have died so far?
There's been 6 so far.
In the past, this has just started happening in the past week or so.
In the past couple weeks. It's been about, come to think of it, 2 a week.
And are there any constables or police down here, or do they kind of just leave this area alone?
Well, people here don't necessarily react too well to Brellish authority.
Right.
I think it's damn foolish, honestly, but I'm in the minority.
Gotcha.
So no one,
Folks
there's
around
no one
here would rather
really.
handle it themselves.
I understand. So there's no one really to investigate this.
No. I mean, there are folks looking into it, but not in any particular organized fashion.
Can you let us know anybody that is trying to look into it? Is anybody here in the tavern somebody that's trying to look into this situation?
Oh.
Even if it's not organized, but...
You know what? Here, it seems like you've a mind to help.
Yes, we would like to help our fellow Cyreans.
He jots down on a piece of paper.
We anxiously watch him writing.
But yeah, I'm checking some other things while I'm doing this too. Nodril is a man who's been looking into it a little bit. He lives a few streets over. You might stop by his place, ask him about it. Unless you're thinking you need to go talk to the widow.
Well,
Nodril? You say his name is Nodril?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the widow reside? Is she like part of a house or a temple or?
That's the other odd thing about the widow. Nobody's really sure where she lives.
Okay.
But I know that she'll be out in the streets tonight.
Oh, does she only come out at night, or does she travel at all times of day?
Well, sometimes it can be a little hard to tell night from day down here.
Ah, yes.
But no, she's been seen in the day as well as the night.
Oh, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just, just curious.
I have an idea. How close is it to the evening? Is this afternoon currently, or?
Well, it's pretty dark down here.
Mm.
It's like you would say this is probably twilight or rapidly approaching full dark. but outside the city or up in the upper wards, it's probably, early evening.
Do you think that if we stop by to speak to, I'm asking this of the bartender, would Nodril be around this time of evening? Do you think he would be receptive to stopping by, just say hi, and see if we can be of any? You would think so? Okay.
He shambled out of here dead drunk probably hour and a half ago.
Sounds like my kind of a guy.
Good to know. All right.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thanks. And I go ahead and how much would it be for? Actually, do you happen to have 3 rooms that are side by side? So if the 3 of us stay here, we can, we're companions. We like to be close to each other.
We can arrange that.
Okay.
He said, "Look, give me a silver each, and you'll have the rooms for a week."
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I go ahead and pay 3 silver.
I was trying to slide a hand of extra silver into him without anybody else seeing.
Well, maybe some of the other people at the bar don't notice, but I think your allies probably have
the
no
allies
problem
can. I don't
noticing.
care about them. I'm trying not to tell other people at the bar, though.
He takes the silver and he nods to you.
As we exit, I whisper to Kalyna, "So you're getting some extra nookie tonight?"
No, I was just, he was very helpful, and I'm sure down here they can use all the help they can get.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure you're looking forward to getting some help down there, too. All right. Anyway.
Not always about sex, you pervert.
No, it's always about sex. So, you guys want to go and speak with drunk Nodril? Don't know if this is going to be of any use. Actually,
it'll probably make more sense than you do half the time.
Very nice.
So,
on our way there, I assume there are some little stands and things of that sort of people selling things in the streets, right?
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I pick up a bottle of some kind of swill, Something that's not the worst, but not great either. Okay.
Okay, it'll cost you a silver to get the bottle.
That's fine. All right. I just want to offer something to Nodril. Perhaps that we can. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to give them the whole bottle until we have a chance to really chat with them. But maybe we can all have a little drink with them.
No.
Right. Not yet. Bad. We need to pump you for a little information. Well, you can pump Kalyna for some information. Hey! Anyway. So, so let's head on over to Nodril's place.
Okay.
All right.
As you head over to where the bartender indicated that Nodril stays, you can actually see further along in a lit little square. There's a bunch of children running around and playing, and sitting on a bench. Where the children are playing, there's a woman sitting dressed all in black, with a black veil over her face, and standing beside her is a man in crimson armor.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
She's just sitting there?
Yeah, she's just sitting there as the children play.
How far away are we? How far away are we from her?
Oh, you're probably a good, block away from her. I mean, you can see, off in the distance the kids playing, but it's an unusual. It stands out. Her in black and the man in armor in red.
But we can talk to each other without her hearing us.
Oh yeah.
I think we should stand and observe for just a little bit, casually. But I assume there's another vendor close by that I can buy some. I don't
Bread?
know. Well, I was thinking of a snack food of some sort. Just some snacky food.
Trail mix, why not?
Sure. And I share with you guys. And I just like to stand and observe, like casually while we're
Nonchalantly.
mumbling stuff. But yeah, nonchalantly, but just keep an eye glancing at her and the kids and other stuff around.
Yeah, I mean, you see as the kids are playing, one of them tosses a ball over towards her, and she catches it in a gloved hand and tosses it back. One of the kids, has like a wooden sword and is pointing it at the man in armor, and he picks up a wooden sword from next to the bench, and he play fights with the kid.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think we might as well go.
Guys, do we want to be noticed or just avoid this for the moment and see
I think we should go talk to her.
Yep.
She could have helpful
Or not
information.
Really?
Yeah, we need to go talk to the widow.
But what if she's the one killing everyone?
Well, then we find
she's
out.
not gonna kill us in front of all these children.
Okay,
and
so
hopefully she'll just kill you
hundreds
first.
of witnesses.
right. So I go ahead and buy from the stand. Let's say. How many children are there?
Oh, there's like 20, 30 kids running around the square.
Watch out, kids. Finn's a pedophile.
So I buy half a dozen little snack bags, and as we approach, I just say, "Hey, kids, you want a snack, and I tell them to share and tell other kids, here's some snacks just for the fun of it."
Okay.
Yep.
So the kids are all excited. They're crowding around and getting the snacks, and then running around screaming and playing. Because it's early evening here.
Yeah, and I take 4 copper pieces and kind of toss them a little further away. So they'll run away from me.
You're the worst.
Get these filthy things away.
All right, so anyway.
I'm doing it playfully, hey, kids! See who can grab
kids!
me?
Get the hell away from me, you disgusting creature.
I pat them on the head, pat the ones on the head with the snacks, but then toss other things away. And while I do that, I give the guy in armor a wave.
He nods.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kalyna.
How close are we now? We're pretty close to them.
Oh yeah, I mean you're pretty close now. You can walk right up to her. There's no, the kids are running around and playing happily.
Okay,
now munching on snacks.
Kalyna will say, "Excuse me, madam, are you the one they call the widow?"
I am. And who are you?
Shit, I just realized we should have came up with fake names.
Can
we just come up with them on the spot? Can we just come up with them on the spot? I can just say, I can say anything I want, right?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Sure.
But you're gonna roll a bluff check when you do it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do that with her. Actually, nope. I don't think that's a good. I don't want to do that. My name is Kalyna. These are my companions. We just arrived here from New Seer, and we were talking to the bartender. We've heard that you've been very kind to the children.
Bluff. You didn't come from New Seer.
I know. That I got to bluff. That part I got to bluff.
That.
Oh, no, you need to wait. You didn't make us bluff on the bartender.
Maybe the bartender isn't as perceptive.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Commoner, mysterious widow.
Let me find my, wait, hang on. Oh, it's deception here, right? It's
yes,
deception.
it's deception.
Oh man. That's pretty good though.
Nice.
I just do a kind of a nod, slight bow to, and say, I've heard you've been doing very nice things around here, Widow. My name is Finn.
I certainly try. I've heard that that New Seer is actually quite beautiful.
Yes, it's.
I just nod. I'm not going to get into a deception check. I just nod.
Indeed, it's quite nice that the king set aside that land for us.
If only it hadn't been necessary.
Hmm. What brought you
I'd
to?
munch on some snacks.
What brought you to this area of Sharn?
Well, this is where most of our people are, here or in New Seer. But certainly, if there's a place that needs a little extra hope, it's this place.
Indeed.
That's very kind of you. Who is your stout companion here?
This is Isvor. He's been with me for some time.
Was that Isdor?
Isvor.
Isvor.
Cool name.
His cool name. Yeah, Kalyna will nod at him. Her greetings.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We've heard, unfortunately, when we arrived, some disturbing news about people dying here, mysteriously.
I've heard the rumors as well. It's very troubling, as if the people drinking themselves to death or hanging themselves out of despair wasn't enough.
This
Oh,
place
that's terrible.
Is very grim.
Is that a common occurrence here?
As I said, if any place needs a little extra hope, it's this place. Too many memories, too much lost.
Right. We would love to help.
Is there anything anything you know about what's happening that you could share with us that might be helpful?
The only thing that I've heard that has struck me as odd is that people have been gravitating towards some sort of new drug. And she reaches, into a pouch at her waist, and she pulls out a small vial and holds it up. Do you know what this is? It's a sort of milky, pearlescent liquid that shimmers a little bit in the vial.
Kalyna knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, with your criminal knowledge, yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought this was the same thing we saw on the ship when Ekman and me. It's not?
No, it's subtly different.
Okay.
But you know what it is? It's Dream Lily.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what they were. Those other dudes were they were just talking about it. They were talking
about making like a synthetic
version of it.
They were making a knockoff version.
This is the actual Dream Lily?
This looks like actual Dream Lily.
Okay.
And she says, do you know what this is?
Yes, that's Dream Lily.
Yes, it is. I took it from a man today who was about to down this entire bottle, enough to certainly lay him comatose and possibly kill him.
Was it an addiction driving him, would you say?
No doubt. Unfortunately, I don't have the resources to be able to do much to try to combat an addiction. He may yet find a way to drown himself in this stuff.
Out of character real fast, and I'm taking notes now. What is Dream? I know Dream Lily's addictive. Is it like it gives you a high, or it makes you?
Yeah, it gives you a high. It essentially, Dream Lily, it was an anesthetic, that was brought over from Sarlona during the war to be basically a battlefield anesthetic to use for surgeons on the battle lines. Because not everybody has magical healing available. The problem is that the stuff is addictive, and so I mean it's illegal to have it in outside of physicians having it.
But there's a big
like
black market.
Properties.
There's like a big black market for it, right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so back to the widow.
Mm-hmm.
Is there someone here peddling Dream Lily to people?
No one's been willing to fess up to me who sells it. I would imagine that there is, and if I had a theory, I would be placing bets that the Boromar clan has their fingers in it.
Boromars.
The Goromar clan?
No, Boromar.
Boromar clan.
Boromar.
Again, out of character. We've had encounters with them earlier.
Yeah, and Kalyna, you want to go ahead and make an easy intelligence check here?
Sure, I like easy checks. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The Boromar clan is the biggest crime syndicate in Sharn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not even kidding. They're basically halfling mafia.
Gotcha.
Their power reaches to the top of Sharn.
Yeah, Trip. This is the ones that early on in our adventures we encountered.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, Euphemia had some sort of connection,
Because she had halflings. She was raised by halflings.
Right.
We haven't encountered them in a while.
True.
The only other possibility that I can think of would have been the Daosk, but I don't think they're pulling that.
Who are the Daosk?
The Daosk are... If there was going to be someone who was going to try to rival the Boromar, it would be the Daosk. And they are no gentle customers. From everything I've heard, all of their ties lead to Malion's Gate.
So, Widow, we definitely want to help, and we certainly do not want to put this man that you helped in danger, but would you be willing to let us know who this desperate man is who is addicted, if he is still on the streets, so perhaps we could observe and see if he is trying to obtain any more Dream Lily from his supplier?
Well, you won't have to go far. She actually pops open the cork on the Dream Lily bottle and dumps it onto the cobblestones before smashing the thing.
Okay.
His name is Nadril. He lives not far from here.
We were just on our way to see that.
Yeah, the bartender said we should talk to him.
Well, he had said that Nadril had been looking into the dead bodies. And so he suggested maybe we should speak with him. Do you think that he was incredible? Do you know if he lost anyone?
At that mention, her head kind of tilts to the side. That might explain it. I had never pegged him for being heavily into Dream Lily.
So you think he was trying to gain information on the supplier?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't had a lot of conversations with him. But when a man's about to down that much of that stuff right in front of you, you can't stand by and let it happen.
Okay.
Well, I think we should go talk with Nodril.
Yeah, let's do that.
The host watch over you.
Um,
the host. Yep. Yeah.
If the sovereign host is the pantheon side of the good gods.
Right. I'll just return and may the host watch over you.
She nods.
okay, this time, again, I'm trying to just like slip some money into her hand. I guess there's not a ton of people around except kids anyway, though, right?
It would be pretty obvious to do here. I mean, it
Are
would
there
be
other
a very
people around?
obvious thing to do because you're not like right next to her.
Yeah.
You're standing facing her. They're
You can
Unless
just
hard to do,
give her money
that.
and say, may this help you in your good works, or something like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Okay.
You could try to like shake her hand, and all of a sudden there's money in it.
Sure, I just didn't know like how out of place that's going to make us look if we're that's what I'm just trying to avoid if we're getting. I'm trying.
I wouldn't give her a platinum piece.
I was going to give her a gold though. I was going to give her a gold piece.
Well, that's very generous, but sure. I think
All right.
that'd be fine.
I mean, looking at her, the dress that she's wearing is definitely fine make. It's not dirty. It's not worn. It's well made. And I mean, Isvor's wearing friggin' full plate. You know,
Okay.
so she has resources somewhere somehow. I mean, maybe not as much as she'd like in order to be able to do all the things that she wants, but she's obviously able to do stuff, and isn't herself hurting for money.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, so anyway, I'll give her that and say like this for those that are less fortunate that you're helping.
I appreciate that.
All right, so let's go and check out Nodril.
And by the way, sorry, when I was doing that, what's the host again? It's a deity?
The sovereign host. It's basically the sovereign host is the collection. It's like the good gods are the sovereign host. It's if you're looking at pantheons, the good side of the pantheon is the sovereign host and the gods associated with the sovereign host. The dark side is the dark six, which are the evil gods. So if someone was saying, the six take you, they're basically saying, may the dark gods come and drag your ass down.
Yeah. Go to hell. Yeah.
Oh, what does it say? May the host watch over you?
May the host watch over you. So she's basically, may the sovereign host watch over you. May the good gods watch over you.
Yeah.
And may the six
You
take
seem
you.
confused by that. I'm joking.
Best of all,
Okay.
the keeper take you. Because the keeper's nasty.
Yeah. Very bad.
So, okay, so you're headed off to see Nodril.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you make your way over to the stairs leading up around a tower into some rundown-looking tenements, and make your way down the hall to the door that was indicated by the barman.
Okay, good. So, shall we knock? Or do you want to be sneaky, Kalyna?
Let's just knock.
All right.
Okay. And as you knock on the door slips open.
All right, I'll peek inside.
Okay.
Brady might be dead.
It's dark inside. But of course,
I have low light.
that isn't exactly a great hindrance to you.
Yeah.
Looking in, you can make out some furniture and none of it in very good shape. You don't see anyone there, but you can
All right.
see, at least from this main room, there is another door.
I'll hello, Nodril?
No answer.
Okay, so I'll tell so this room looks empty. You want to go into this other door?
Sure. Nodril, we're friends of the barkeep. One of your friends. Nodril?
No answer.
All right, I'm gonna walk again. I'm not seeing anything else in this room, right? No, I don't see any people. Anybody?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the other door then.
Okay.
Are you guys following me in?
Yeah.
All right, we'll knock on that door then.
Okay. No answer.
All right, we'll try calling out again. Like Nodril, your friend the barkeep sent us. Are you there?
Nothing.
Okay, guys, he's either passed out drunk or he's dead.
Yeah, open it up.
Performer. So I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and he's laying face down on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to him. Can I tell if he's breathing, if he has a pulse, or anything, or?
Well, when you get close, I mean, he's not breathing.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
If I feel his neck, not feeling any pulse?
No pulse.
Yeah, I put a good berry, mash a good berry in his mouth, see if he revives at all. No, I know he's dead.
He's totally dead?
No, he's dead.
I mean, that would give him a hit point back instantly. So yeah.
Okay, what do we? Wait, hang on. Tulthus, you can't see in the dark, right?
No,
no,
he can't.
No.
Is there any lights in the room? Any place to light a torch? I mean, we have torches, but is there any actual things in the room to light?
Well, there's a lantern.
Yeah.
It's funny. We walk in, it's like pitch black, and all I hear is.
For Tulthus, this is just sound effects.
Yeah. So we light up the lantern.
So let's light the lantern.
Yeah.
Do we see anything? Like, what are we seeing around here?
Interestingly enough, now that looking at it, now that you're not focused on the man on the floor, it looks like there was a struggle in here. Maybe not a long struggle, but there was a struggle. And the window is open.
I want to look out the window.
You look out the window, there's actually a rope down the side of the building.
Oh, so you're saying we're on an upper floor?
Yeah, you're on like the third floor of a tower.
Ah, and the rope goes all the way to the ground?
Yes, it does.
But what is it, do it go to an alley or something? What's on the bottom?
Yeah, I mean, it's an alley between some of the towers.
But I can't see anybody there's nobody there in the alley?
You don't see anybody there.
All right, I'll relay. So, guys, they made their way into the window through this rope here.
I quickly feel the body. Is it warm at all, or is it just stone cold dead? Like, did he seem to die recently, or just like?
We'll put it as room temperature.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, it's not terribly cold in Sharn to begin with.
Yeah. All right. Because I was considering casting like Pass Without Trace, and for us to dash down the rope and try to, see if there's something down there, but.
Well, I'm all about doing that, but there's nothing else in the room that we see that's.
Make a perception or investigation check.
Yeah. And I will do. Oh, nice, 23. And a 22.
Okay. So, Kalyna is methodically running through things, checking and double-checking different items in the room, while Finn is kind of taking the grand view of things, looking for something that's out of place. Now, the two of you actually come to similar conclusions from different things. You both end up finding that there is actually a cut on his lip.
Interesting.
And under the bed, near where he is a glass vial.
Like the one the
All
widow
right.
had with the dream lily?
Well, there's a little bit of liquid in it left. It has the kind of pearlescent sheen to it. But you're kind of looking at it, and between the two of you looking at it, it's not just Dream Lily in there. There's a discoloration that if it was just Dream Lily, it shouldn't be there.
Gotcha.
Tulthus, try this. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, no.
I'm just kidding, because actually we probably want to hang on to it. It's actually not going to hurt you, but...
Is there any way with my herbalism kit that I could do any tests or see if I can figure out what on earth this extra thing is?
You can. I mean, you need to take you need access to some sort of like herbalism kit or to an alchemist's lab to fiddle with it to try to figure it out. But you certainly could.
You certainly discolored.
Well, I'll keep it.
But what was the color of the discoloration?
It was a darker shade.
Okay. More gray than white.
More grayish.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else in this room? Are there any writings, a journal, letters?
I mean, you see some different letters and stuff, but none of it seems particularly pertinent to anything.
Okay. So nothing like he was observing other bodies or people or looking into anything. He didn't leave any investigative notes or names of people.
Though,
well, are there any like next of kin sort of letters or notes around?
Most of it seems to be like maybe he writing his own recollections of the war.
Okay.
Although, as you're shuffling through the papers and just kind of looking, there's one thing that just doesn't fit. I mean, it's just one word on a piece of paper.
And what was the word?
Oh, Kamathest?
Kamathest.
Kamathest.
Does any of this sort of like click with us?
Okay.
So we're gonna.
It was obviously written hastily, and it's just one word.
Mm-hmm.
Was it near? Was this? It's on a piece of paper or parchment or something?
Yeah.
Was it near his body? That piece of paper?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it look like his papers and books were rifled through?
If they were, somebody had to do it quickly.
Okay.
I mean, given the disarray, either he just wasn't very organized to begin with, or somebody just made a very cursory look through things. Because, I mean, it's not like the bed is ripped apart or, all the drawers pulled out of everything. It's not like that.
Right. Well, do you guys want to go down this rope and investigate?
Absolutely. Kalyna definitely wants to go around the rope.
All right.
Okay.
Would you guys like me to cast Pass Without Trace on us while we're
Is that the one that gives us stealth?
trying to sneaky? It gives us a +10 on stealth. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to need it if I descend the rope.
Okay. All right, so we all have a +10.
Yeah, 26.
For our stealth.
Do we have to do athletics or anything to go down the rope, or?
It's a rope.
Okay.
It's not really a challenging thing when you've got a rope to use. Yeah, that's already securely fast.
Oh, wow. I got a crit. I got a 32.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Kalyna's gonna just she's gonna go first. She's eager to get down there.
I'm
Okay.
leaving you.
You are quiet and very stealthy. You get down to the street and start looking around. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. Back to the critical misses.
Come on, Tulthus, do us well.
You can do it. Do it.
Oh, wow.
We are the worst investigators ever once we get out of the house.
Well, I
we're
could
an indoor team.
add a guidance
Like,
to
where did-
that, but
Like, how did we get here? What is this? Where did this rope come from?
maybe I got a 13.
My God, there's a rope here.
We're like so concerned about being silent, we notice nothing. Well, you know, I mean, looking for tracks, looking for
Right. Which unfortunately is a little hard in a city.
Yeah.
I mean, there is dirt, and I mean, some of the streets and alleys here are kind of dirty, but you just can't make sense out of what's here to have an idea of what direction they might have gone in. But
well, we could certainly. Well, we can still keep looking, or we could even get out of this stealth and just ask some neighbors or something. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
It's the Boromir clan.
Could be.
It must be. We already know they're scumbags.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it could be, but you know. I mean, the Boromir don't generally do something without a reason.
Right.
Yeah, I think the reason is Nodril was getting too close to what's the truth.
He may have just been a really shitty detective, too.
You come to find out, Nodril, he was looking for one thing. He saw a murder happen. He got it totally unrelated. They just offed him on the side anyway.
All right, so you think go back into the apartment and see any of his neighbors heard anything?
Well, we could. I mean, other thoughts going through my head are, you know, we could.
Just saying.
You know, we could take time to, you know, I could take the time to try to find out what else is in this file. I mean, of course, you know, if there is, whoever did this, if they're somewhere in the vicinity, you know, I guess we would need to act quickly. But we have no idea where they would be.
Okay, what does this alley go both ways or just one way?
It actually kind of it's you've kind of got a split off in one way. You've got 3 possible directions from here.
Jesus Christ. How far down each way is it until we get to like an opening or street or something?
It looks like the ones like where it goes straight So if you went this way or that way, those seem to go the longest. The one that kind of curves off a little bit looks like maybe it's the shortest path out onto a street.
How far down is that one then to the street?
Maybe 50 feet.
All right, Kalyna's gonna run down there.
Okay.
All right, we all follow.
You don't have to. She's just being impulsive.
Well, I don't want us to split up, so yeah.
She's gonna look down the streets both ways to see if she sees anything, any sneak, whatever, scumbag type people, or that might be up to no good. Which might describe a lot of people.
Probably looks like us charging through an alleyway.
You
with
just
a rope behind us and a dead
district.
man.
Congratulations.
Anyway.
Do I see anybody like hastily making their way out of a way?
You do actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's
a gray cloaked figure is moving swiftly away.
What kind of figure?
Gray cloaked.
Just one?
Yep. I mean, there's people on the street moving around, but this figure is weaving in and out of the crowd.
Let's go after him.
Away.
Now wait, can our stealth apply anymore? Or no, because we're about in a crowd now.
No, I think so. Well, I don't know.
You'd have to.
We can kind of say we're kind of like trying to blend in with the people, right, or something.
Yeah, you could.
It's like like we're trying to make, like in the movie where they try to make it not obvious they're doing a tail.
Stealth in a crowd is blending in.
Yeah,
where you're not noticed.
Yeah.
Right. So we hold these like fake faces in front of ourselves, and we're like,
what else?
Right. Just kidding.
They shouldn't even know who we are anyway.
We
so
follow as quickly as possible.
We're gonna try to follow without obviously making it obvious we're following.
Right. Don't want to make it too obvious.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move through the pathways following this cloaked figure, and they pass this. I mean, they just keep passing from street to street to street. They obviously must know where they're going. From how they're traveling.
Okay. And are they looking back at all or checking?
No.
Good news.
Back at all.
Okay. Keep on going.
Yeah.
Are we getting to like different parts of town now?
How far ahead of us are they? Are they, 30, 60 feet, 100 feet?
Okay. They're staying. Well, I mean, how far are you letting them get ahead of you? Because that kind of depends.
Right.
Right, because we want to tail them, but we don't want to lose them.
We want to let them be a decent amount ahead of us, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'd say at least 60 feet we got them, right? Probably.
Okay, I mean, so you're losing sight of them at times because they'll go around a corner and you have to, catch up to the corner and get around to catch sight of them again.
Right.
But they're not it's not like they're trying to hide. They're just making their way along.
Okay.
And there's still people around, or are we getting more to like an area where there's not that many people around, or?
There's still people around. And basically the figure goes to another tenement building, and opens the door and slips inside.
Okay. What is?
Should have brought that rope.
I have rope with me. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. What is this a multi-storied building?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's connected to towers. It's going to go upwards a bit.
Okay. The door, is it anything we can see through the door, or is it just totally like solid wood or something?
A solid wooden door.
Okay. Can we do a stealth do we have to do another stealth check if we want to try to like open the door really quietly, or?
Well, I mean, you want to check if it's locked first?
Well, yes, I would like to check that. But stealthily.
Stealthily check if it's locked.
No RAM?
No
let's
RAM.
say I know you love the RAM, Tulthus.
Oh.
All right. I
Well,
change into a ram just for the fun of it. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
You two can ram each
And
other.
I
Yeah.
slam into the door. Go ahead. Be
Okay.
sneaky.
So can we? Is the stealth applying still, or do we need to re-roll or anything?
No. I mean, you're still stealth right
Okay,
now.
good.
I mean,
Cool.
we're letting it go because here's the thing: the people on the street, they weren't looking for you,
Right.
and they weren't really the people you were hiding from anyway.
Yeah.
The person who you were hiding from never really looked in your direction. So
Okay. Is it locked?
you fiddle with the doorknob, and it's like you turn it, and that knob just keeps turning.
But the door won't open.
No, the door will open. It's like it's almost like the door latch was just badly broken.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'll slowly open it and
Interesting.
peek inside.
Make a perception check.
Everybody, or just me?
Just you, because I mean you're the one opening the door and kind of.
Yeah. Finn. No, you can't do that one. Never mind.
Well, no, I mean, my head can come in right underneath yours.
I would say if you could do a bonus to it, but you can't with that, right?
Well, I'd be saying something, I don't know.
He'd be
Yeah.
speaking spells, and
Okay.
that could draw attention.
Yeah.
Given your proximity and how you're doing, pulling open the door, you notice something odd. The doorknob's old. The latch in between the door that's broken at the moment looks fairly new.
It's peculiar.
So the doorknob's old, the latch is new.
Yeah.
What? So wait, has the latch been broken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
So I don't know, guys. Is there anything else we need to investigate about this door before we go in? You think, or?
Well, I don't know. I just don't want to spend too much time here because I don't want this
Yeah.
guy to be going in to kill somebody else right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So what do I see when I looked inside?
You mean you're not just waiting at the door for the prearranged signal?
Right. I think we should just go ahead and go in and investigate.
Yeah. So what's inside? Am I seeing anybody or?
Okay. You looking in?
Yeah. Peeking in.
Don't see anyone. It's a hallway inside.
Okay. I will make a prearranged hand motion to them that it's clear.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna creep in here, I think, right? Nice and stealthily.
Yes, we are the creeps.
The creepers.
Yeah, we are the creepers.
We're the Scooby-Doo gang. Zoinks! All right. What do we? So we're on the first floor. What do we see? Room, staircase.
There's doors. I mean, obviously this is another tenement, so I mean there's going to be doors to other, rooms and other living spaces.
They're all shut.
Can we hear any creaks or anything? Anybody moving, or is there just lots of movement?
Anybody up the stairs?
They're all shut. But it smells bad in here.
Uh-oh.
Finn, I asked you to bathe beforehand.
Oh, man.
And we're not hearing any sounds of footsteps anywhere?
No. The other thing is that though it doesn't smell like death.
It doesn't smell like death?
No, it smells like chemicals.
I was afraid
Ah.
somebody might be brewing poison. We totally found a death lily lab, like a meth
Found the
lab.
meth lab. I'm gonna. Kalyna's gonna silently she can draw her rapier.
Yeah. Hopefully, I take note of this and withdraw my weapons as well.
Okay.
Now, how many?
Um,
Wait, the smell. You said the smell of the chemicals. Is it coming from any certain? Can we tell where it's coming from?
It's hard to tell. And, I mean, it kind of just permeates the hall.
How many doors?
Oh, good 10.
Oh boy. You guys just do. Do you want to just start checking each door?
I think so. Yep. And I wanna go ahead and leave the front door open. So
Hasty retreat. Escape.
hasty escape and chemicals in case we get overwhelmed by
Get some fresh air. Yeah.
chemicals coming
He's hoping
out.
for ventilation, so
Ventilation, yes. So we don't drop dead if they're brewing poisons in here.
Oh, Do you think it'll help? Or should we should we tie a rag around our faces at all? I think that matters.
Yeah, we totally can. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we put a little precaution over our noses.
I don't need that, so I'm good.
Okay, well, Kalyna and Finn will do that.
That's true. Drag our asses out of here if we succumb
we drop.
to the vapors.
All right, you guys want to start with the closest rooms and work our way down?
Yep, I think we should. Let's just go ahead.
So there's doors on both sides, I'm assuming?
Yes, there's doors on both sides.
Even though, I don't know, I know Tulthus, you like the right. I kind of want to check the one on the left.
Yeah.
Let's do one at a time.
Yeah, all right, let's are you cool? All right, we check the one on the left?
Sure.
Okay. So again, is this door unlocked if I try it?
The door is unlocked.
Okay, I'm gonna like kind of crouch down and push it open, but I'm kind of doing it in a way where like Tulthus can kind of charge in by me if he needs to.
I'm okay with this.
All right, so I'll push it slowly open.
Okay. Okay. You push it open, and it looks like a living space, except that it's just empty.
Okay. Totally empty?
Yeah. There's nothing there. I mean, there's no furniture, no nothing.
All right.
Next room.
One of you guys want to try the door across the hall?
Yeah, let's just do the same thing as quickly as we can.
Okay, we'll try the door across the hall.
Okay. So you start, kind of cruising your way through the doors, checking them to see if you can find anyone here. And you just end up, there's nobody here. At least you just open door after door, and there's no one there. And you finally get to a final door.
The meth lab.
Brian
It's
Cranston.
Heisenberg in a cloak. I wouldn't want to mess with Heisenberg.
Dungeons and autographs.
And we see.
And you open the doors. Well, at least I think you just
Yes.
you opening the door
Yeah, we
carefully, or
Carefully,
Sure. like we have been, nice and slowly.
okay, all right,
nice and slow.
nice and slow. All right. So you pull open the door, and you can see there's a man inside the room He's bent over. I mean, there's beakers and vials and all kinds of stuff all over the tables he's working on. You're not. I mean, he doesn't even seem to notice you're there.
Does it look like the guy we were following? We can't tell.
No. I mean, the figure is taller than the person you were following.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's the only one in the room that we can see?
Yeah, he's the only one there.
Well, either they're somewhere else in this building, or they led us to him for a reason.
All right, and we can see the rest of the room, right? We can see the whole room from where we are?
You can't see all of the room, but you can see a good portion of it. I mean, if there's anybody else in there, I mean, there can't be like 10 guys out of sight.
Okay.
In the room.
Yeah. Can we tell? Like, is it can we tell the colors of what we've seen before, or?
You can see some stuff that looks like Dream Lily in one of the vials, certainly.
Right.
All right. So, Kalyna, like, we're not. Ekamon's not here, so we're not actually going to be able to talk to each other here. But Kalyna's kind of gonna creep. Wait, is his back to us? You said.
Yeah, he's got his back to you.
Okay. Kalyna's gonna creep in and kind of motion. I guess I don't know for them. Wait, we're also stealth, right?
Yes, you're still.
All right, well, anyway, Kalyna's gonna creep in behind him. Hang on, I'm trying to think. I have a rapier in my hand.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of is for us to like start a conversation along the lines of, "Hey, we're looking for a Dream Lily supplier," and.
Oh, I was gonna do something very different.
No, you can do something different. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so Kalyna,
we don't know if this is the guy killing everybody or not. You know.
Kalyna's gonna. Again, obviously, all this stuff I'm trying to, I'm doing as stealthy as I can and quietly as I can.
Right.
Sheath the rapier, take out a dagger, and I don't know what I have to do this, but I want to sneak up behind him and like grab him and pull the dagger to his throat.
Easily done. I mean, with the stealth checks you guys had, he's not gonna notice anything. I mean, your stealth checks were friggin' ridiculous.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll do that, and then I'll spin him kind of around so he's facing the other two,
Gotcha. Ah! Can I help you?
Are you two? Sorry, did you two come into the room when I did this, or what?
Yeah, definitely. We're there.
What are you making here?
Potions?
Oh, well, we're a big fan of potions. What kind of potions are they?
Medicinal?
Really? It looks a little bit like Dream Lily to me.
Maybe?
Okay, how tall is this guy?
I mean, he's like, he's like 5'10".
Okay.
Tulthus, how tall are you?
6'6".
Okay, good, awesome. So listen, we know someone's been peddling a synthetic of Dream Lily. Just why don't you fess up what you've been doing?
A synthetic of Dream Lily. That's kind of interesting. And there's actually a shift. There's a moment of not scared and actual consideration there.
Okay.
So was he? Obviously, I know, but I'm sure by critical, right? Was he being truthful? Like he actually didn't know about a synthetic before?
He didn't know about a synthetic one. No.
Okay. Okay, well, I just told him something new. All right, well, what are you what kind of dream lore are you making here, then, if it's not synthetic? And he's going to press the well, not actually cutting him, but, press it a little tighter. The dagger.
Okay, look. I know this looks kind of bad, and I just want to be clear that I don't really have much to do with this, okay? Really, honestly, I'd like to get out of this.
Let us know how we can help you. There are people dying, and there are people dying of drinking Dream Lily. But it seems that something horrible has been added to it, and we want people to stop dying. What's going on?
Okay, look. I got brought down here at Sword Point, all right? I know how to work alchemy. I know how to do stuff, all right? That's what I do, okay? Some nut job brings me down here, and he says, "Look, you're gonna make this stuff for me. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna kill you. I'm not just gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your family." And yeah, the guy is nuts. Okay.
Does he wear a gray cloak?
No, like he's actually doing this, and completely ignorant of the fact that he's still got a dagger in his throat, and he's like, no, he wears wears like a chain shirt, he's got a bow, whenever he comes to me, he's got like a black, hood mask thing over his head. I don't know what he looks like.
Do you know if he's part of the Boromir clan?
No, that doesn't make any sense. They pay me.
What about the Daosk?
Oh, no, I've never had any dealing with them. I'm still alive.
Do you know it's his name?
I think if he ever said anything.
And what are you adding to the Dream Lily?
Well, it's a mix of poisons.
Right.
The point is with the alchemical substances added in, they've been making me perfect it so that it dissipates quickly.
Right.
It'll kill and then dissipate.
Do you understand that they're killing people?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but sometimes you have to take that view of, well, it's not me.
And you said they threatened your family?
Well, I don't have a lot of family, but I do have a few family members that I'm fond of.
So, as an alchemist, or alchemist in training, what did you make before this?
Well, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I've made healing potions from time to time. I've made alchemist fire. I've made tinder twigs. Sorted stuff.
Is this man the only one you've ever seen or dealt with?
Yeah, pretty much.
And do you have any idea why he's killing the people he's killing?
He doesn't really explain much. Not a big talker. Just kind of get over there and do it. Yeah.
Action.
We just followed somebody in here a few moments ago. Did you hear or see anybody come in here?
No.
Are there there's upstairs of this building though, right?
Right, but the stairs are on the outside.
Okay.
When does he usually show up?
It
to collect?
varies. He shows up periodically to demand that I do this or that. I mean,
Very sporadic.
it's sporadic.
Could you
don't...
tell us how many vials of Dream Lily that are poisoned that you've provided to him already? Like, does he have a large supply that you've given him? Or will he be coming back to pick up more soon?
This is a little inconvenient. Can I go to the books over there?
You want to go to the books?
Yeah, the books at the end of the table.
What do you want to do with the books?
I want to read them.
Because you can't count on your fingers? Is that the problem?
I'm losing track.
Okay.
All right. So, are the books anywhere near the alchemy stuff?
Sort of, yeah.
I just go and grab the books and put one in front of his face, and I'm just like, can you tell me which page?
Not that one. The
All
one
right.
that's on the bottom of the stack.
I get it.
And he's like, wait, can I have that one, please? The book that you have.
Yes.
Okay.
I let him touch it while the dagger is still held at his throat.
He takes that book and kind of tucks it into his robe. And, the one on the bottom is the one I need.
Whoa. Hold up. He just tucked the book inside his robe?
Yeah.
No.
It was a dirty book.
Take that book. Take
Yeah,
that book.
no, we
Take that book back
back.
out. Definitely not. So, all right, listen.
Tell us how many vials have you supplied?
I need the book for the bottom of the stack over
all right,
there.
give us an estimate. Is it 5? Is it 10? 20?
More.
Okay, so he has a lot. He has a lot of this stuff.
Can you tell us where to find this man?
Here, occasionally.
How often? Once a week? Once a day? How often does he come?
Like I said, it varies. I mean, I've seen him. I saw him once last week. I don't know if he'll come this week or if it'll be 2 weeks from now.
I have a proposition, actually. What if we take him on as a hired alchemist for our own personal use back at the mansion? We can stop by there, refuel up on whatever we may need, see if he's come up with any new concoctions, and in return, he helps us capture this man.
Well, now there's something else to this that you need to remember.
Well, he's working. He already admitted to working for the Boromirs, right?
No, he
says it wasn't the Boromir.
He said, yeah, but the Boromir pay me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So this guy's not the Boromir. Yeah, this guy's a real scumbag. I don't want to trust this guy at all.
What were you getting ready to say, Somnus? Sorry.
Well, what was your requirement to help Jameson?
Find out why everyone's been dying.
Well, find out who's doing it, or at least how it's happening.
Yeah. So we've done that.
So basically done with
this guy.
Yeah. But Kalyna definitely wants to stop this happening. She's not a big fan of drug freaking dealers. I'll tell you that right now.
We offer him a deal now where he stops producing all of this and distributing it, and then maybe this will lure him back, asking what's going on.
You mean the guy who's hired him?
Oh yeah, the woohoo.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you can go back to the guy who's holding Jameson hostage.
I think we should do that.
And I think that information.
No. I don't want. If we leave this guy and you take him with us.
Yeah,
we're going to take it with
you. I mean.
Well, what we could
I think
do
we
is...
lose our possibility of catching the other guy.
Well, no, that's the thing, is one of us could stay back, while the other two go and find the man who's holding Jameson.
No, let's stay together.
I'm okay if one person,
Take...
if somebody wants to go to the do with Jameson, I'm fine. But Kalyna wants to stay here and freaking capture this jackass.
Okay. Yeah, it's just while inside this house, it's a more controlled environment. If a single person goes to find the person holding Jameson, any number of things could happen on the way there.
True, absolutely, yes.
Which is why it would probably be best for two people to go out.
I mean, I don't think there's not really. He didn't give us a time limit on the Jameson thing, right?
Not especially, but you never know with someone like that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think we've done this damn quickly, to be honest with you. Like,
It's true.
I'm surprised how quickly we actually found this.
Yeah.
So
maybe one thing that we could do, although I don't know if we trust it or not, but we could send a messenger. One of us could go and find what we would consider to be a very reliable messenger, a well-paid messenger to deliver the message and let the guy know what was going on.
But that's the question. Who do we send it to?
Yeah, I mean, he basically his thing was, someone meet him there. I mean, that he'd be keeping an eye on that.
Well, we could send him to Ekimon at the mansion, and then have Ekimon.
But Ekimon doesn't have any way to,
Well, how are we supposed to find this guy? How are we supposed to find this guy? What did he say?
The tavern, where you guys went to have a drink. He'd keep an eye on the tavern.
Well, Finn could do one of his great drawings of the guy, hand it to the messenger.
Right, give it to the messenger and say, deliver it to this guy.
I'm personally not, I mean, maybe some that you're trying to give us a hint, but I'm personally not worried about the time because we've been doing so quickly, I feel, this thing, but...
Well, I mean, are you suggesting, and I mean, this did go through my head, of, having the alchemist stay here while we hide out in the room, basically, ready to ambush whoever this is. But while we're doing this, there could be 50 people that are dead during that time.
Okay, we could come up with a system. Like, let's say, for instance...
I'm just saying, if you head out of the district and take a sky coach up, it's not a long trip.
No, like, again, I know Kalyna really wants to stay here.
Yeah.
But if her and Finn can go and reach this guy, like, Tulthus doesn't even need to sleep. He's fully aware, no matter what time of day it is. He would be able to keep watch on this guy, and if anyone else approaches. Plus, I mean, in a one-on-one situation, he might be best suited to that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And then, not only that, you guys are obviously faster, too. It's black as night right now, and he can't see in the dark.
Yeah, well, the other thing, too, though, that I'm concerned about is if this guy that's doing all the sinister stuff just happens to be a lot more powerful than us.
Yeah,
then your life could really be at risk.
Here's what I'm thinking, and I wanted to ask this dude if we go back in character, but I have a feeling this guy might be magical, and that's why either we can't see him, or he teleported away, or he's invisible right now.
Well, unfortunately, I have to say we're running out of time for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's...
All right, I just want to ask this guy that we're holding right before we end then. Have you seen your employer do any magic?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember.
He wears armor, he's got a longbow, and he carries a longsword.
So he shouldn't be then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not a longsword, a short sword, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, no, like, what was it? The person who led us here for a reason, But
where the hell did he go?
Who knows?
Is there, one last question, then we can end. Is there any kind of magical teleportation device in this house that you know of?
He's looking at you like,
what?
Because if he knew about it, he wouldn't use it.
Right. Have you heard the words "beam me up, Scotty"?
No. Like, well, at least I've been in games where there are like certain portals you have to be on that spot. You can't just be like, "Ugh, I'm gonna leave," like a beam.
Right.
All right. So anyway,
okay.
So
I guess we either end here with my life is throat, or I want to tie him up. If not, I want to make sure this guy's not going anywhere.
Okay, so are you okay? Is the plan to tie him up and go up to the top of the city, or are we?
No, I guess we'll have to make that decision next time.
Okay.
But either like I want to end with my knife at his throat still, or he's tied up. I want to make sure this guy's not sneaking out of me.
I'm personally in favor of us all sticking together. I think either we
Can I just say we tied this guy up?
We either call this a game and and take him back with us, and we fulfilled what we said, or
we can debate that during...
hide out, in this building room until this evil person comes back.
We can discuss that during the week.
What was written on the book he took away?
Hang on.
You open up the book that he was trying to tuck into the did
it have a title or anything?
Does it say
no? There's no title on it.
What's in the book? What's in the book?
Okay, so who's reading it?
Tulthus, are you looking through it?
Sure. Yeah.
Even as a warforged, this offends your sensibilities. This is quite possibly the worst poetry you have ever seen in your life.
That's great.
It's magical. It's magical.
I thought he was trying to get a magical book so he could get away, and it's just...
Your eyes start to bleed.
Okay, so this is how we're going to end it. As we're keeping him hostage until we finally figure out the best course of option, I am reciting his own poetry to him and everyone else.
It might be music to his ears.
And I'm going to put my hand on fire from my spell and say, like, if you don't help us out, I'm going to burn your damn poetry.
Okay, so that's what we're stopped.
Yeah.
A bad poetry book threatened with fire.
Yeah. Yes. I like this. This guy's a great character, though. This guy's very amusing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So anyway, yes. I guess. Sorry, I forgot we're live. That's gonna wrap us up for tonight. Thank you very much, folks. Those of you who are chatting along with us, tweeting and commenting, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. And
I think some of the people watching should come up with the worst poems they can.
There you
go.
And then Tulthus will recite them next time.
Submit poetry for Tulthus.
Please do.
It has to be awful. Really awful poetry.
You could put them in the chat right now if you happen to be there, or you can tweet them at SuperGeeked, or you can, if you want to email them to me, supergeekeduplive@gmail. Happy to get them that way.
Brown spots on the wall.
Tulthus will do recitations of the poetry next week. Trip, don't you come up with poetry you send us anyway during the week a lot of times?
Sometimes.
I think you should come up with something that we could read as well for this guy.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, thank you for watching, folks. Just other quick stuff you can watch. 2 days from now, Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, I do Super Geeked Up. And we get into we talk sci-fi, fantasy, all those kind of geeky topics, and we play geeky improv games. So you can join us and tweet us at Super Geeked Up. Trip does League of S.T.E.A.M.
Yeah, check out the League of S.T.E.A.M. Online. We have our own YouTube channel, and it's good, fun steampunk monster hunting adventures.
No Dogon though.
No.
I don't think anyway. Maybe.
Zombies, vampires, werewolves, the Kraken, that sort of thing.
Oh, Kraken, nice.
Oh yeah.
Nate does some awesome voiceover stuff, right? You're available for that.
Both. Yeah,
Nice. You usually find him at Uncle Muffles, right, on the various platforms.
Yep, just wherever you feel like. Steam, League, Internet. Yeah.
Cool. Somnus, anything to give out?
I had fun out at Geek Fest in Kalyna, Texas. This last weekend. I don't know if anybody is watching tonight who was at the panels we were doing for Dungeon Master tips and so on and so forth. But I think if I get the chance, I'll probably do more panels like that here with local cons if I can.
Awesome.
But other than that, my projects are writing stuff for you guys.
Thanks, man.
Yes, thank you. You're too busy doing that, but doing anything else, great. I
gotta set up the chases with the Dolgons,
Mm-hmm. and actually, props to Sobnus because he wasn't actually really planning to DM tonight, and I think this was a very, very on the spur of the moment thing. So very impressive.
Yes,
Actually,
yeah.
to be honest,
Very nice improv. I love it.
I think it was actually one of my personal most enjoyable ones. I found it very interesting, the whole mystery and involved and investigating. So awesome job. And if you were at Geek Fest and you saw Somnus, or I think our older DM Nix was there too for some of it. Thank you for watching, for swinging by. We always appreciate when people see us at cons and then come out and watch us. All right, that's pretty much gonna do us. We'll be back next Monday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Nope, that's the other show. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Monday nights. Dungeons & Dragons is Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's correct. And you can, you know what, folks, you get a lot of extras. If you go to supergeekedup.com, click on the D&D page. You can get all our character bios, different weapons and magic we have, backstories, other Finn amusing anecdotes and stuff that he put down there. And I enjoyed reading them. And Somnus puts up the summaries each week. For the things
I'm
you didn't
sorry,
catch
I'm
them all.
behind this week, folks.
That's all right. So you're gonna have two to read this week. It'll be great. And so you can read all that and get caught up on everything. And and see some cool drawings too of our characters. That's by Brent Hibbard, who's an awesome artist. All right, that's pretty much gonna do it for today. And I keep forgetting, dude. Have we come up with a saying yet? A closing? I need an outro. I need an outro saying. No.
An outro?
Right. I gotta work on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I super geeked up. I say Stay geeky, everybody. Like, that's my outro, my line, you know?
That's Jeff's Super Short Show.
There's another thing for you folks, if you have a suggestion.
You know, like Jerry
catchy
Springer
slogan.
would always say, take care of each other, like, take care of yourselves and each other. That was his thing, his signature thing.
Very
Or
nice.
Seacrest, out, right? Don't do that. We're not going to use that one. But, all right, anyway. All right, anyway, have fun adventure, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right, take it easy.